Ladies and gentlemen, please focus your attention to the field for a special introduction. We're very fortunate to be in the presence of greatness tonight. From transitional kindergarten to the 12th grade, these are the finest educators and support staff in the nation. It's an honor and a privilege on Arcadia Unified Staff Appreciation Night to introduce to you the best of the best. Please help me welcome onto the field the Arcadia Unified School District staff. Going up to the top on the east end of the field, up first, Walter Soccer Elementary School. And there's the Bulldog. Next up, we have the Rose Elementary School. And Soccer at the Bulldog. Next up, we have Arcadia. And that's the field over there. After that, we have field Raiders. Next up, Walkley Way. And the line from you go. Next up, we have the Middle School Fairway. Next up, we have Burbank Spartans, Burbank Middle School. And next up, we got the Fort Hill Middle School Islanders. Next group will be staff at the CIF-SS Center, Arcadia High School, and other business offices. And last but not least, we have Arcadia High School. And let's give a big hand to all the staff of our Unified School District. Thank you once again to the staff of AUSD. Now staff, I'm asking you to the field because now is the world renowned Arcadia High School and Arcadia and Colorado.
ESPN Live. This is Matt Warner.
And this is Bradford Yao.
And coming off of a strong homecoming win against John Burroughs, our Apaches are playing a tough Burbank squad tonight. So Bradford, what are some of the storylines for tonight?
Well, like you said, we're coming off a tough Burroughs win last week. Coming from behind, we were down 2 scores at halftime, and we were able to come back with the W for that game, which is really great and sets us up well for this game because if we win against Burbank, I feel like that punches a ticket to the Pacific League Championship game.
Yeah, seriously, we're playing for a potential league title at this point. All right, now we're going to send it down to Clara. Wait, where are we at? All right, so coming off of a strong win last week, there's going to be a lot of things to show tonight.
Yeah, like you said, Burroughs was a real tough game last week, and we were very, very lucky to come off that win. Actually, at times I thought we were actually going to lose that game because it didn't look good. Max was hurt. We were down 2 possessions, and there seemed to be no fluidity in the offense at all.
Yeah, I mean, that second half, it really showed that. It was kind of the theme of this whole season is kind of get down early but come back later on.
Yeah, it just proves once again that we are a second half team. We've been noticing this trend.
Yeah, exactly.
Game by game. Previous game against Mirror, and now against Burroughs as well.
Yeah, but this Burbank squad's looking pretty big.
Yeah, their offensive line is very, very big. They have 6'5", 290 player, 6'2", 250 player. They just have size left and right, you know?
Yeah, exactly. All right, can't wait for the game. Dude, that feels so bad.
receiver, number 7, Devontae Bell. Also playing wide receiver tonight, number 1, 5'9", 140-pound junior, Orlandis Whitener. At the third wide receiver slot, we got number 9, 5'9", 115-pound junior, Randy Contreras. Playing tackle for the Apaches, number 55, 5'11", 240-pound junior, Milo Widow. At guard tonight, number 50, senior Nick Carrillo. Playing center, we got number 58, 5'10", 255-pound junior, Darren Jones. Sorry, Darren Blue, my mistake. Next up, we got number 52, playing tackle. He's 6'4", 235-pound junior, Dorset Gang. And rounding out the offensive starters for the Apaches, Matty Clark, 66. He's a 6'3", 265-pound senior, Marquis Moore. And the others going off with 1 top tonight. We have 2 special guests. They are having no after the High School Teacher of the Year and Robert Vasquez, USC 95 Employee of the Year.
Davila, number 18.
All right, Jake Metters, tight end and linebacker, number 12.
AJ Lewis, number 4.
Rolandis Whitner Jr., number 1.
Corey Brumfield, number 7.
Michelangelo Loretto, number 55.
Frankie Contreras, number 9.
Jerry Liu, number 58.
Nick Carrillo, number 50.
All right, now we're kicking it off. All right, big boot by Fernando, and it's caught at the 10, heading up the sideline. 20, the 25, and he is stopped at about the 30-yard line. All right, let's see how today goes.
Yeah, another good return by the returning team. I noticed that our special teams coordinator makes Fernando do squib kicks usually, but
Yeah.
trusting him with a big boot right there.
Yeah, we haven't seen the strongest kickoff team this year, and especially the squib kicks have been able to help that. Just keep it simpler and just have them recover. They usually start with the ball around the 30-ish yard line. All right, see a player in motion, heading that way. He stays that way, and he is wrapped up behind the line. Wasn't able to see who made the stop right there, but already off to a strong start.
Yeah, like as you can see right there, our run defense has been very good since the second half of Burroughs. We've been able to plug out all the lanes, stop the run, and just ultimately prevent big plays. Let's see if they can continue with this game.
Yeah, I mean, last week it was Alex Kelleher, AJ, Jimmy Gassner. These guys were making plays all over the place. And it's important to note that linebacker Daniel Rodriguez will not be playing today due to an injury. I think it was a concussion. And a 7-yard gain up the middle makes it 3rd and 5.
Well, we're going to have to see our defense plug in through the middle. I noticed that last week we did a really good job shutting the lanes on the outside, but towards the middle there was a lot of holes.
I mean, that's where we were hit the hardest during the first half. We see the QB scrolling to his strong side. It looks like he's going to take it to run, and he is wrapped up. Ooh, looks close to a first down, most likely. They might have to bring the chain gang, but...
And it seems like they're moving the chains. As you can see right here, this quarterback, number 1, I believe is Matthew Porras. Real dual threat quarterback right there. You can see right there. He jukes out a defender, avoids them, and continues the run right there for great yardage and ultimately the first down.
Oh, and it's a bad snap, and he is met with a sea of Apache defenders.
Yeah, that's very lucky on our point right there.
Yeah, exactly.
First turnover, or not turnover, but like hiccup by Burbank. They are very lucky to get that. That was actually a very, very high snap.
Yeah, we saw how bad snaps last week affected the game with Roski's punt return touchdown. That was all off of a bad snap.
Definitely. And it's interesting to note that this quarterback's only 5'11", so
it's going to be hard for him, or not too bad a size. And quick dump off pass. And not a big gain.
I believe that is Duncan Smith for them, number 9, who is a 6'4", 220 tight end. So that's probably going to be his favorite receiver all night.
Yeah, exactly. He's having some big guys. One thing about Burbank is that they're more of an overall team, while Burroughs more had to rely on the run. But definitely we're going to see a stronger passing game this week, as that was Burroughs' biggest weakness as the game went on, and they had to resort to that, which ended up ending in an L. And we see a fake. Oh, it's a nice read option, and brought down before his first down. Going to be 4th and a couple feet.
And we're going to see right here how the Burbank coach is ultimately going to play this out. See if he's conservative or if he's
going for it.
Yeah, it seems like he's going
for a run up the middle, taking an audible right now. But I mean, they might go back up to Darnell Williams up the middle.
I would look for the quarterback to do a read option right here.
And he hands it off up the middle and stopped at the 40-yard line, but still leads to a first down.
Yeah, another huge hole up the middle right there, as you can see. We need to do a better job of closing the middle as we have been doing so for the lanes. And that's costing us another first down right there.
It takes time, though, as we've seen. I mean, by the end of the first half, they should be able to have to have that unlock, and it's a pass. It was a play action, and an overthrow to number 6, Chad Zveng.
And as you can, I don't know, this quarterback, it seems like he's more of a runner, not a
Yeah.
thrower. As you can see right there, that's
Dual
usually
threat.
Yeah, dual threat. Usually that pass is bread and butter for a quarterback with a natural arm, but as you can see right there, he overthrows number 6.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, it could just be a running back or a wide receiver turned quarterback. That wasn't always his main position. He sends another guy in motion, fakes it, gives it back to Darnell Williams, and he is met with the Apache's Land Sharks.
Very, very good. As you can see, Arcadia does a very, very good job moving sideways, as you can see. Even though that was more of a misdirection play, we can see here that they're not fazed by that, and there's 3 guys waiting for them, and ultimately a loss of 5.
Yeah, spreading the field out for Burbank is not going to work for them tonight. Our linebackers, especially Cesar Haro coming off the edge, Alex Kelleher, these guys are going to stop them every time. We see him go back in motion, goes to a strong side again, has to throw it, and it is a bad pass. Oh, but we see some laundry already right near the 30-yard line. Let's see what it is. Could be a pass interference.
Yeah, not very good to see a play like that get called laundry, as you say, because he just threw it away, basically.
Oh, and
not
it's
even
going
close.
against Burbank, though. Oh, yeah, so it's going to be an uneligible receiver downfield. Most likely one of the linemen, as he had to go on the roll right there, had to scramble. One of the linemen passed the first 5 yards to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and we see
which makes him ineligible.
We see the first punt of the game. Let's see how good yeah, you already know.
Oh, this is Deontay back there, I believe. Yeah, Deontay, number 8, Deontay Bevel's back there right now. But
yeah, Whitener Jr. doesn't seem to be back there.
And that was almost blocked. Deontay's coming up to make it. Doesn't call fair catch. And he takes it for a short gain, 22-yard line.
Yeah, that almost was blocked, as you saw right there. I mean,
let's talk about some of our Apache offensive players to look at tonight.
Well, let's start off with number 1, Rolandis Whitener Jr. He is, I think it's safe to say he's the star of the team right now.
Yeah, one of them at least.
Yeah, he's been averaging at least 1.5 touchdowns per game. And, I mean, even though the defensive coordinators for the opposite sides circle his name with multiple times.
Highlight it, bold it, no matter what you do,
nothing's going to
work.
happen.
But now we see Max back there with AJ and right there, it goes right to him. And it's for a short game, but Pollocky and Coach Max are already trying to get Roski in the game.
Yeah, they're using very creative ways to invite Whitener Jr. to get the ball, but it seems that there's a false start.
Yeah,
right
false start going
back.
back.
But continuing with that, I mean, you use a double running back set right there and just try to see what Whitener Jr. can do.
I mean, we've seen Max use the kind of a read option right there and either pass or kind of just has a safe dump off pass in the flat to AJ or Roski.
I wouldn't want to see him run in the beginning because, as you know, he took some pretty big hits last week.
Of course. I mean,
and he's still got to feel that.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the game 24/7, so over time it's going to wear down on him. But he does not slow down. That's what we've seen. All right, now we see Max in the shotgun set, AJ to accompany him, few yards behind him. And it's going to be a handoff to AJ with some solid room. He's going far, folks. And with a solid gain right there, going to make it about second and 3.
As you can see, AJ right there just erases the penalty completely. He uses that physicality to penetrate. As you can see, there's a huge hole thanks to our offensive line. And even though he gets hit right there, he still continues his run and gets that extra 3 yards.
Yeah, it looks like number 10 there did not want any of that. All right, now we see second and manageable. Second and 1.
We might see a pass.
We're going back to AJ.
And there's another big hole.
And that's another first down. I mean, that's where AJ, compared to some of our running backs from last year, especially Jolly Stevens, where he was kind of all speed, having more of a physical runner like AJ is looking to improve our offense.
Let's not forget, AJ is a very fast player, too. He has downhill speed. So
downhill.
Even if someone hits him, unlike Jalik, he's going to still be up and just get those extra yards.
Yeah. I mean, and he gave number
35.
Yeah, 35 the work.
Yeah.
Whoever meets AJ is going to be blown back.
Yeah, I mean, you see the 35 lower his shoulder and try to absorb the contact.
But that didn't work too well.
Yeah.
But whoever AJ meets has a head up with, it's not looking too pretty for the other guy.
Yeah,
they might take him down, but
yeah.
over time those tackles will be broken. All right, now we have a 2nd and 5. Max in the shotgun. Hasn't passed so much tonight.
I see Max trying to fake out and draw some offsides lately.
Yeah.
He just does some fake hikes.
Andrew Luck-esque. And then he throws it to, dropped right there. Is that Frankie?
I believe that's number
9. Yeah,
Frankie.
Frankie Contreras. It's in the flat. Kind of an awkward play right there.
Yeah.
But if he was able to catch that, that could have been an easy first down.
Mm-hmm. I saw that the throw was a little bit towards outside
Yeah.
of him, so that was a little bit hard to grasp. But
Yeah.
definitely a catchable play. And those are some plays that could kill the drive. So we need to make sure to capitalize on those.
Yeah, let's see how Max does with this passing game. And last week was one of the best games he's shown as an Apache.
And here he goes with a pass.
And he's coming back to throw. And it's, Deontay drops it. And I guess we're going to bring up a 4th down. We're going to see number 25, Randy Ludwig, get into the game. But, I mean, that's going to be a costly play early on.
Yeah, I mean, as we know, Max is still dealing with an injury from his knee, and he really needs that to have a firm throw. And
it was actually his ankle.
Ankle, I mean.
Yeah,
that's he needs to have a lot of pressure on that and to be able to throw very accurately. So.
Yeah, after talking to Max about the injury, at first he thought it was a knee, or when he went down, he thought his knee hurt, but it ended up being his ankle. But he's still out there toughing it out.
We need him.
Yeah, we do need him.
Because if he goes down, we only have a 3rd-string quarterback.
Right. And a solid pump by Randy Ludwig, even showing a nice spiral on it. And it's going to be taken, and he's met head up.
And he's
still on his feet.
He has nowhere to go.
But we're down at the 15-yard line. A hell of a pump by Randy Ludwig.
Great special teams play right there. That was a very high punt with a lot of hang time. Let the special team court just get down and stop the play immediately.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like everybody's play has just been so much better the last couple of weeks. Like Max, Randy. I mean, Randy's punts have improved tremendously over the course of the season.
Well, I feel that against the Cathedral game and the Hart game, those are very scarring for the special teams units in particular. Yeah. So they have learned very well from that and have been able to rebound, and they're playing at a very high level.
Yeah, but let's see what Matthew Porras does. And they're sending a man in motion again. He's looking that way. And he is tackled for, looks like a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, that number 6 reminds me a lot of Jalik Stevens. Very short and agile, but can make those daft cuts.
Yeah.
And just
Chad Zhang is listed at 5'3", 125.
Wow.
So
that's actually
very
short.
Yeah, it doesn't look so short on the field or anything, but it's going to be met with some pretty big Apaches, such as Jake Metters or Alex Kelleher.
And they give it back to him again.
And
he's
he is faked us out.
Actually,
yeah. Wow. I guess it was a quarterback read, and it even faked me and Bradford out a little.
Yeah, I was looking straight at number 6. And
Big Marquis Moore.
I thought Marquis was going to add that to his highlight reel, but instead it's actually a gain of 2.
Damn. All right. And now it's going to be a 2nd and 8. Third and 6. My bad. And all right, now let's see. I guess they're gonna have to go to a pass. So let's see Matthew Porras in this pass attack.
Look for
another motion.
Roski. He's picking.
And they have everyone covered. He's gonna have to step up and throw. And there's a flag, but wait, they're going to number 9 Duncan Smith, someone we've already mentioned a couple times. 6'4", 220, big guy.
I mean, just look at it. Looking at him, he is a lot taller than most of the other receivers on the team. He's a foot taller than number 6, which is
over
insane.
a foot and
over
an
a
inch.
Foot, yeah. This is gonna be a very interesting target, and like the Burrows game, we're gonna see if he has some favorite targets. The quarterback. Look for number 9.
Yeah, it's really unlikely, especially in football, to see it's going against Burbank, but it's really unlikely to see a quarterback have a tight end as his number 1 option. That's kind of like a Gronkowski in the NFL.
Tom Brady-Gronkowski partnership right there. And what the 6'4" frame allows the tight end and the quarterback to do is he could just essentially lob it and he can catch it and jump, because there's no way any of our cornerbacks will be able to stop that.
All right, so now we're looking at a 3rd and
I believe it's
a third and long.
Third and very long, actually.
No, we're a little confused up here about what the actual call was.
It's a
but
third
we
and
see-
11, but not really sure what the penalty
then
was for.
We see, you can't see it on screen, but Rolandus Winter Jr. is back at the 45 of Arcadia, and I guess we're seeing the punt team. So so it is 4th and 11. Little awkward there, but it's gonna be a 4th and 11, and here we get to see.
Yeah, Mr.
The
Whitener
man.
Jr. If they're smart, they kick it
Yeah,
away.
If they're smart, they'd aim straight for the sideline after seeing what he did last week against John Burroughs. Let's see if he can make it 2 weeks in a row. And they're choosing to kick
They're
it away
kicking it to him.
Uh-oh. And they're gonna
Here we
pay.
go.
All right. Takes a sharp turn, spins, looking for room, and he's going up the sideline and has a solid return of about 10, 15 yards down at the 42.
Yeah, he
or
was
38.
backpedaling early in that play, but as you saw, he makes a trickery and just spins around the other way and gets a gain about 20.
Yeah, you see this
Replay right here. Look at this.
Oh, someone pick up 32's ankles. They're not feeling too well. Damn, but yeah, solid gain right there.
For the situation he was in, very, very solid run.
Wow, what a great play. We already see that. I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of AJ tonight. A lot of AJ.
We're gonna.
Coming up the middle, making those big hits on just small runs.
We're gonna see a run here probably. AJ has been doing very, very well with the runs, and let's just see if Max rewards him. Oh, he doesn't actually.
And he's going to Frankie, who makes a catch. Possibly some PI near the 32-yard line. And not really sure what it is, but might be going against the Apaches.
It is.
And
against the Apaches.
I guess an ineligible man downfield.
Yeah, we were seeing a lot of laundry on both sides actually.
And that's kind of a weird call. You don't really see that call that often.
Yeah, that's been
it's weird
called
that we've
twice.
Seen, yeah.
In the first quarter, which is very strange.
Oh, I guess we hear that it's an illegal touching. Not really sure what that means. I don't know if it's
maybe too much context for the receiver. It's like
I think it might be the after 5 yards rule.
And we lose the down, 2nd and 15.
So it's, all right, 2nd and 15. And might see Max go up the middle right here to AJ. And yeah, we see it goes to AJ.
And he has
AJ's
room.
running pretty strong. Oh, he's gonna take that far, folks. Let's see what he does. Oh, and he takes a big run right there down to the 12-yard line.
What a run. You called it. AJ originally goes up the middle, but he has the versatility to run outside, switch hands, and about a gain of 30 right there.
30
Look at
right
this.
there. I mean, if we have a shot of, he's outrunning linebackers and cornerbacks, and if we have a shot of number 2, AJ was so close to speeding past.
Remember, this guy is 6'1", 185.
And it's another pitch to Roski. Let's see what Roski does.
Whitener Jr.
And he's going, and he almost makes it into the end zone, stumbling.
Wow. He should have been down about the 6-yard line, but he keeps his balance sometimes. Let's look right here. He should have been down right here.
He could have been down at the 9-yard line,
wow.
and he stays up, and now he's at they have him down at the 2-yard line. And you might see a power play to AJ. Oh, but we still see that same formation.
I might see a play action right here. We'll see.
And Roski keeps it, comes back up the middle. Oh, and he's still up. But, and he's keep on going.
Goodness.
And I guess he gets back to the line of scrimmage, thankfully, but that was a negative 15, turned into a nothing.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah,
Whitener Jr. was dragged back all the way to the 15, but look at this. He was wrapped. He should have been down right there again.
That's one guy who missed. That's 2. And, makes it back up. And it took. Wow, what a great play.
And we're going to see a 3rd and 1 here.
We have to expect something with AJ.
Yeah, we have to take full use of that physicality. Look for number 4. And
we see him. Oh, he stays up. And it's a touchdown. AJ Lewis. Big name this year.
Yeah,
another
you
big
called
touchdown.
it yet again. And you know what? This is a new theme for this game. We strike blood first.
Yeah, exactly. One of the themes we've seen this year is getting down early, then having to come back. And I think this is the first game where we got off to a lead. But you're gonna see that name throughout the season heading into playoffs.
Yeah, look at
as
him.
well.
He should have been down right there as well. Takes a big hit,
yeah.
but
He just rolls off of it.
He just rolls off of it like it's
Probably
nothing.
doesn't even feel it. Didn't affect him at all. And we see Randy Lugwood with the extra point, and it is good. Yep, it's good.
7-0, Arcadia leads.
7-0.
2:18.
Yeah,
remaining.
2:18 left. Not looking too bad for us, huh?
Yeah, this is actually very surprising because, as we noted earlier, we usually fall down 14-0, maybe even like
7-0.
more. 7-0, 10-0, 14-0.
Whatever it is.
That's just been the main theme for this season.
Yeah, but
Yeah, you guys gotta be super quick.
one thing we're gonna see today though is a lot of AJ Lewis.
Yeah, we're just gonna see
Number
them
4.
exploit that weak run defense of Burbank, and we're just gonna keep slamming it by AJ's physicality. Maybe we can even somehow involve Roski in there as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we already see Roski had a couple solid plays. Now we even get to see. I mean, Max has never played at this high of level before. Let's see. He's definitely going to keep it going. It's going to be hard to see how he does playing with injuries.
Let's see if Fernando Squibb kicks it here.
And he's going to boot it. And it goes to about the 12-yard line, taking up. And he has a steam of momentum. And it's the 32-yard line. Yeah, 32.
So we see the defense come back on the field yet again, and they did a real good job stopping not just one, but two series already, which has been very impressive as we usually let up easy points in the beginning of the games.
Yeah, exactly. We've already had some strong defensive showing, and after a quick 3-and-out, having a lot of those punts go back to Rolandus Whitner, it's going to be pretty nice for us. And we see it. Oh,
he's looking to throw.
He's hit, but it's. Oh, that's not PI.
Wow.
We've already seen some weird calls, and that just does not look too pretty for us Apaches.
Yeah, the officials have been doing some real weird things in the beginning of this game. They've been calling illegal hands to the
or illegal touching.
Illegal touching, and now this PI is.
It's most likely going to go against the Apaches or against Artis Candler, but that definitely was not.
Yeah, that was as clean as it can be.
I mean, you
can get. He turns his head around and he gets contact on that ball. Clean.
I mean, if we could get a replay, it'll show that it was just kind of a jump ball, and Candler did a great job right there.
Yeah, as you remember last game, he did a real good job shutting down
him
Burroughs,
and
wide receivers.
He and DJ especially got targeted 7 times and only had maybe 1 or 2 completions against them. But he was looking great that game. And we see just another quick screen pass. We see Lugo right there, and Jeremiah Lugo on the stop. And number 6 already got a head up from Artis.
Yeah, Artis kind of showing that if you get thrown to me, bad things are gonna. As we can see right here, this replay, Artis just fights through the screen. I mean Lugo, I'm sorry,
Lugo.
and he just takes down number 11 like it's nothing.
Yeah, Artis right there. That was a message type of shove.
Yeah, just don't come towards me at
don't
all.
Come near me. And he's scrolling. He might be attacked, and he throws kind of a desperation pass to guess who? Number 9, Dung Smith. Oh, and we see a sideline penalty. Not. Oh. I think it was a late hit, personal foul. And it's going to be moved up.
And that was, again, these penalties alone have given Burbank 30 yards, I believe. If this is a personal foul.
Richard, didn't we talk about you have to pump these people up? I don't want to cut them scoring against you.
And that was roughing the passer.
It was a roughing the passer late hit. Didn't really see who was on. I was kind of focused on after the throw, but not looking too good.
I believe that the game before Mirror, I was saying that we were riddled with penalties and silly plays, and we see. Well, the pass interference isn't our fault, but roughing the passer is just silly.
Roughing the passer is something that could be controlled. I mean, Darnell Thomas goes up the middle for a first down.
And we see this.
Or Darnell Williams, my apologies.
And we see the Burbank offense starting to pick up some rhythm here, which is something that might not be that good because we saw that they were a bit stale in the beginning, but now these yards.
It's catching up, and he's doing or similar play, and he was stopped by number number 14, Andrew Lopez. Didn't really play much last week, but hopefully we'll get to see him this week. A solid player.
And we see Burbank moving the chains, getting ever so closer to our red zone, which is not very good.
No, we really don't want him anywhere near it. But our red zone defense has been pretty solid this year. We got a couple field goals last week against Burroughs. They had to rely on their kicker a lot.
Well, it's interesting that you know that because I saw the Burbank kicker in pregame practicing, and he has the leg. He can hit it from 30 yards.
Wow.
And at the 30-yard line, which is about 45, 46 yards, he has some serious leg. But
well, it's usually wherever it is, it's 7 plus the 10 for how long the end zone is. But I mean, they might just kind of go to the same motion plays, and it's a play action, but they go back to number 6.
I believe it's number 5.
Or number 5, and that is Blake Quinteros, fullback senior, 5'10", 170.
Now it seems that this quarterback has now become comfortable throwing the ball. As we can see, he's been doing these short passes, getting longer and longer as each play comes, and as you see right there, they're kind of slicing our Apache defense open right now.
In a personal foul right there, not really sure or a flag right there. Going against Burbank, though. Couldn't really tell what it was. Yeah, I didn't really see what it was. But at least it's going Arcadia way.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Not really sure what it was, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They lose a lot of yardage right there.
I mean, now we're looking at a second and, second and long. Yeah, now it's spotted at the Arcadia 33.
So instead of a first down, that's...
Yeah, so now it's in the first down's at the 14. Yeah, so it's a second and 16 now. Or it's at the 33.
So this kind of forces
34.
the Burbank quarterback to throw longer than he's more comfortable with, because as we saw before, he's just been doing those short dump-off throws, but at such a long stage, he has to do a lot bigger.
So I guess that's what we kind of have to do is force him out of his comfort zones. They'll probably play the linebackers up and have him stop all those plays, because if we've been seeing motions, and whoever goes in motion, that's usually going to be getting the ball. So if we follow where the motion man is, we're going to make a lot of those stops in the flat, and a lot of those short passes are going to be stopped behind the line, or they're going to be only 3-yard gains at the most.
Yeah, and just to note, that's the end of the first quarter right there. 7-0 Arcadia, and it's been quite thrilling on a defensive standpoint for Arcadia. Not let up any points, but let's see if they can maintain it here.
Yeah, now we get to, or it's kind of interesting to see how, even though Daniel Rodriguez, middle linebacker, isn't playing tonight, he's helping out with the team and everything, even has a headset on. So it's good to see all of our Apaches pulling in the same directions.
And I believe we were talking about this pre-game, but you say that we're still missing a key player on this team.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So now we have a 2nd and 17. And this really took Burbank out of or anywhere near the red zone for now. And they might just keep on going up or staying with Darnell Williams. They haven't done anything too drastic with QB Matthew Porras.
Look for number 9 Duncan Smith to be involved in this play.
He's pretty much just been the number 1, and was almost tackled right there by, looks like Jimmy Gassner maybe.
Yeah, this quarterback is relentless. He is able to challenge one of our linebackers and just take the contact and essentially not really feel it.
Yeah, it's pretty ballsy to do. You usually see a quarterback slide or just kind of dip out of bounds.
So that puts it at a 3rd and 10, which is still long, but definitely more manageable than 3rd and 16.
Or like he was almost even sacked right there. And he's going back, and
oh my goodness!
Welcome to Sack Central.
And that's Jake Metters, the junior.
Oh my!
Wow! Let's get a replay on that. Oh my goodness!
I mean, pretty solid blocking until
he gets away right here.
Yeah, he has to go out of the pocket,
and then
oh my
goodness! Sit down.
The ludicrous song. Ooh, get out the way.
And this actually puts him in a very weird position
I mean,
now because
there's no way they're going to go for it on 4th and 14. But also they don't want to. It's kind of an awkward stage because it's too far for them to kick a field goal, but it's too close to punt.
and I believe they are
So,
going for the.
They're going for it, but if it doesn't, if it's an incompleted pass, it's not going to
He,
look too
he
good.
might go for the punt here himself. Oh,
Oh no, he doesn't. And he is wrapped up by. Oh no, he's not wrapped up. He takes the hit, and now he is wrapped up by
Wow.
21. Caesar Haro, big play, huh?
bam! The senior presence yet again. Again, we mentioned last week, right place at the right time for a big stop on a 4th down situation.
Wow, what a great play right there. First it was Marquis, then it was Caesar, but I mean that could be Caesar's 5th or 6th sack on the year.
Yeah, we talk about that, senior presence and veteran moves, and again, Caesar just being able to sack players, just that physical and veteran presence. He's just yet again another sack.
Yeah, we didn't get to see Caesar a lot last year. He was living with a really bad shoulder injury, but now that he's healthy, he's coming in even on both sides, or mainly just on defense, but maybe some special teams action. But it's another solid tackle right there. Way to wrap up after Marquis came in for the initial hit.
Believe
And
that's
yeah,
offsides.
Wow, good job by Max. We're already talking about him.
Actually,
trying
that's
to-
a false
Oh, it's
start.
a false start.
That was close
know.
actually because
We
it was
could get a replay right there.
simultaneous right there because, as you saw,
Yeah, it was kind of both at the same time. Looked like it was more on Burbank side, but I don't know. Something weird going on with the refs again.
yeah, a lot of flags, and just hope that we would see less of the more controversial calls and just let the guys play.
Yeah, exactly. But at least it's been going both sides so far. I mean, even though we weren't able to stream it, the mirror game was horrible. It was the first, pretty much the whole entire first quarter, was nothing but penalties. And we see Andre Lewis tackled up or swallowed behind the line.
Yeah, this defense for Burbank, my bad, seems to be figuring out how to stop AJ and start to read more of the running back lines.
Definitely not going to figure it out for long, though. That's for sure. I mean, he's always one tackle or breaking one tackle to getting into the end zone.
Let's see what Max does here. I'm expecting about an 8 and in,
Yeah, maybe just a quick post from some of the receivers.
and you were correct.
And
miscommunication.
just a miscommunication. I couldn't tell if that was going for either Frankie or is that Deontay?
Yeah. If it was going for Deontay, he wasn't looking at the ball.
And
at
it looked
all.
like Deontay was doing a post route, but Frankie was heading to the side, and now we have a 3rd and 17.
We're just
We're just gonna have to air it out.
Yeah. Just hope that you don't get picked off here. That's the main worry.
I mean, we could just getting up early kind of helps us because this one strategy we haven't had to do is just play the field position game, and it's caught by and it's not a big gain.
Yeah, he's
And
gonna be
was that
well
caught by
short.
number 6? I
Yes,
couldn't tell there.
I'm not really sure either, but
It's kind of hard to see his number.
nevertheless, it's gonna be a punt by Arcadia.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, and it's going against number 8 right there.
Yeah. So we go-
Deontay Bevel.
So it becomes a 3rd and 27, I believe.
Oh, it's a 4th and 16, but yeah. Oh no, it still is going back.
Yeah. Because
And now it's a replay of 3rd down.
gives Burbank even more better field position as it's now.
See, their coach is trying to decline that penalty, and the guy.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward because the Burbank coach is trying to decline a penalty right now, and yeah, they're moving the ball back up.
To bring up a 4th down play for Arcadia.
3rd and 16. Or fourth.
Yeah, so now it's going to be 4th and 16.
Well, we saw Randy hit a booming first punt. Let's see if he can replicate that and put Arcadia in great position.
Let's see how Randy does with one punting it right now. He already had a great one already. Even had a nice spiral going up in the air, a nice hang time. And boots it away from 25. And it takes an Apache's roll. And he's taking it with.
Yeah,
That's some Butterfingers right
yeah.
there.
He's very lucky. If that was in the middle of the field,
Yeah.
fair game. But he's very fortunate to have it roll out of bounds right there.
Yeah, it goes out of bounds, but pretty solid punt right there. A little more than 40 yards, or where did Randy kick it from?
I believe it was he kicked it from the 30, so it's about a 40-ish yard punt.
Yeah, about a 40-yard
But
punt.
the main thing is it prevents the returner for Burbank from a run.
I mean, he even took an Apache's bounce as well. It could have took a bounce towards the middle of the field, and if the Burbank's returner even fumbled in the middle of the field, that would have been a ruckus, wouldn't it?
Hey, nobody is covering the tight end right there.
Yeah, and it's a QB keep, but taken up the middle and tackled right there by Jake Metters, but still gets a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, we were very lucky right there. Number 9 was not covered at all. He was wide open, so had the quarterback spotted that earlier, that could have been very bad for Arcadia.
Yeah, we're seeing a pretty solid showing already by Jake Metters. One of the one of the key players on this Apache's defense. He's been doing a lot for them this year, and even on offense as well. Had a really nice touchdown grab last week, and could be an awkward false start. And going back 5 yards, gonna make it about 2nd and 10.
So instead of that great run, it becomes 2nd and 10 right there.
Yeah. And all right, we kind of see a similar 4-3 defense with the Apaches. Has worked pretty well recently.
Yeah, essentially they're trying to close the run as usual, but
Yeah, even though we didn't end up winning, I feel like that last quarter against Hart really helped us, and we've been playing better since then. But a solid flat pass goes towards the half of the midline, and it's going to be a first down.
yeah, as you can see, this quarterback has become very comfortable just throwing it short immediately, and just those safe throws have let those talented wide receivers for Burbank to just use the sideline and just gain yardage.
All right, now we see Matthew Porson shotgun, hands it off again, and Darnell Williams with another carry.
And as you can see right now, Burbank is picking up the pace on offense, so they're just slowly chipping away at this Arcadia defense that right now seems to be a bit confused on how to stop this Burbank offense.
But it really takes them a while. I mean, as soon as we hit like the midpoint of the third quarter, that's when we start seeing plays.
Usually our guys are known to start off slow, so the fact that we have 0 points on Burbank's side is just really good
And
so
it's
far.
another motion, and that's where it's going. It's going to the same Chad's. And Roski meets him with a big shoulder. And I mean, Chad's Vang he gets a first down on that, but has to be a little shaken up. I mean, if we get a replay right there, that was a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that the guy is 5'3",
Yeah.
any hit, like especially from Roski, is
Yeah,
going to be a
Roski's
big
a
one.
hard
Let's see
hitter.
right here.
Oh, it's a nice helmet to helmet.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of
someone's helmet.
debris just fall off from that.
Yeah.
Just a huge hit.
I mean, we've seen Roski play outstanding this year, but I mean, his hits are one thing we really haven't talked much about. I mean, the one that got him ejected, even though it was ruled later a safe hit, it's pretty crazy. And it's another solid run up the middle.
Yeah, just
Darnell Williams.
we noticed that all of the runs ever since the second series has been about 5 or more. They've just
Yeah.
been doing a really good job just slicing our defense open at the moment.
Yeah, it's not looking too solid for the Apaches right now, but they'll figure it out. I mean, they have some big guys up the middle, and almost offsides, and kind of an awkward where that went. It was just a lot of havoc in the middle of in the line of scrimmage right there.
Yeah, and that's a no gain right there, so it's going to be a
The
third
third
and five situation.
Yeah.
So let's see if Arcadia can once again stop them at
They
this
might have
area.
they might have to rely on the run again because we haven't seen any pass. I mean, we've seen a couple passes, but they haven't been very conventional. It's always been coming off of a play action, or it
Yeah.
has to be in the flat for the
I-
quarterback to make a completion.
I argue that they might actually throw here to just try to confuse Arcadia and just do a little change-up.
Yeah, but I mean, we see another man in motion. That might be where the pass is
Yeah.
going. And yeah, he rolls that way, looks for it, and Duncan Smith right there.
Yep, it seems to
Number
be the
9.
favorite receiver.
The number 1 for the team.
We should do a better job trying to cover him. Maybe put Jake Metters on him because we
Yeah.
need someone that has similar height and weight as him. As you know, some of the secondary defenders we can see. I mean, don't do a good job stopping him right there, as you can see.
Yeah, there's kind of an awkward in between between our linebackers and our safeties because we have to play up. The linebackers have to play up because of the run, so it leaves a lot of open room. And still another gain of about 4 or 5 yards. But a great play right there by Jimmy Gassner getting him down.
So that, again, a 5-yard run by Burbank. And, you know, just slicing open this defense for Arcadia.
Yeah, by now Darnell Williams has to have around 11, 13 carries. We haven't seen a lot of other guys run with the ball besides number 6, Chad's Vang, but it's been in motion like we see again. And
see a false
Laundry
start.
probably going to go back, make it 2nd and 10. And yeah, it's a false start.
Seems like for how small our crowd count is, we're doing
hearing
a
a
good
lot,
job.
yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Now it's some of the parents giving the support.
Yeah.
But also
Maybe that's the reason why there's so much false starts on Burbank side.
Yeah,
They
it's
just
hard
can't
to hear.
concentrate. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to hear. It's kind of like the Seattle Seahawks stadium.
Yeah.
Where
Or
you
even
just
the
can't-
UW
quarterbacks
stadium.
can't hear. And we see another scramble goes to his strong side, and it's to Chad's Vang, and he may be small, but he's getting around. He's finding open spots.
Very tricky player. He just almost slips into those small windows and allows him to be wide open, as you can see right here. No one is covering him.
Yeah,
And
he
just-
knows. I mean, whoever the offensive coordinator for Burbank is knows how to fit him in the offense.
Yeah. Being 5'3".
It's pretty. I mean, he could sneak around the field.
Yeah.
Kind of goes unnoticed, but I mean, we compare him to someone like Duncan Smith, number 9, who's 6'4", 220. You usually don't see someone as small as that in football, but it's working so far. And Darnell Williams goes up for a couple yards.
Yeah, we see Duncan Smith now used as a blocker, so he just follows him and sees if he can get some open room. As you can see, a gain of about 3.
I mean, being 6'4", 220, he has a really big frame, so it makes him a great blocker.
That's Division I type frame right there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what some receivers are for college football now. Kind of like a Kelvin Benjamin when he was when he was playing in college at Florida State. But all right, we see
Another man in motion.
We see him in motion, and he's looking that way. And is he going to be met? Yes, he
Wow.
is. And look who it is, number 21, Caesar Haro, number 2 on the day.
Yeah, very, very good move right there. As you can see right here, he could have been faked out right there, but he still hangs on and just jumps on him at the end.
Yeah, as soon as Caesar was able just to get a hand on him, he was down right away.
Huge loss of 10, and
that takes him out of almost. I mean, it takes them out of the. Boston makes a difficult field goal if they get another loss of yardage right here.
Yeah, at this point,
And they might not go for it since it's going to be 3rd and goal. If they don't have, they might have to settle for a field goal.
smart timeout right here. See if they can make some offensive scheme to get 6 or 7 yards for a very manageable third down.
And with second quarter with 4:23 left in the game, it's looking pretty solid. And couldn't tell if that was a timeout on the Arcadia or Burbank side right there.
Yeah, but nevertheless, this is a timeout that benefits both sides. It allows, the offensive mind of Burbank to see if they can get, 7 yards to make it a manageable third down, like I said earlier. And it also allows, the Arcadia defense to
they might
set up.
get them out of field goal contention.
But one thing to note is, like I said earlier, the Burbank kicker has some pretty big leg. It's just whether or not he has the accuracy or not. But judging off his kicks, he can definitely hit it from about 45 yards.
Everything's a lot different in practice versus the games, though.
Yeah.
But with starting at the 15-yard line, they have to make it into the end zone. You have a big defense shot, and he's going for the end of the end zone fade. And welcome to Candler
wow,
Island.
another PI.
Oh, that should not be a PI. That's a play for the ball. I mean, oh, that's a bad call.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're picking on Artis Candler right here, but in my opinion, those are two clean plays.
Two clean plays, but as we can see right here, let's see.
And we throw it up, and
You can see right here there's nothing at all.
yeah, he even gets his head turned around. If that's what they were looking for the call, he even gets his head turned around, and it doesn't look like he even puts a lot of hands on him. The ball was underthrown, so all he had to do is just kind of slap it away. It's kind of like a fly.
Yeah.
Should be automatic first down.
And
There seems to be some confusion. It
Yeah.
should be an automatic first down,
Yeah,
but
or
it
it's
still
'cause you-
says number 3.
because you pretty much go,
That guy still says third.
because well, we're a little confused what the actual downage is.
Look for
not
another
hard to
throw
tell.
right here by number 1.
And it's hit while he throws, and it's an overthrow. There's still like a lot of confusion today about the downs and everything. Everything's a little
I know,
unorganized.
the referees haven't been doing a good job on this. I mean, it should be an automatic first down for Burbank, but as you can see, it's a third. But right
Man.
there, great pressure from yet again from our defense. Our defensive line has done a real good job just,
All right, so now it's a
Closing
fourth
it
down, and they had to end up settling for a field goal. So good job by our Apaches D right there. Whether they make it or not, I consider that a win. If we're able to get out of the second half with only allowing 3 points, and strong leg right there.
and it is.
It is no good. It is missed. Wow.
You could see that strong leg, but I guess the accuracy
Yeah,
is not there.
I don't know if we could have a replay right there. It was kind of hard to see. At least on the field, it kind of looked like it went through, but
It kind of looked from my angle that it went above the uprights and
well,
just ultimately wide.
I mean, earlier this year when I was talking to Randy, and he was saying that one of the kicks, even though they said it was out, what happens is it went above the post, so it was really hard for the referee to see. So we thought it went out, but really it was in. It was just above. But
Yeah,
I don't know if
that
a
was
similar
kind
situation.
of that was kind of like the Washington State USC game last week,
Yeah.
where Washington State had a kick and it went above the uprights, but it was ruled good. But some people in the USC forum I was reading said it was not.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Max Sevilla in the shotgun. Going to hand it off to AJ. And he's met with the pool defender. Breaks 1 or 2 tackles, but doesn't get much.
Yeah, but we can see again the yards after carry for AJ are just very strong.
Yards after first hit, especially.
Yeah, yards after first hit. It's just been real good and has penetrated this defense slowly but surely.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to see a lot of him today. That's for sure. And I mean, we still haven't seen much of Max in the pass game. His
Well,
ankle
let's
might
see.
be an issue, and he's looking.
He's
And
scrambling.
we see Rolandus Widner out there. He might be trying to connect with him, and he is sacked for a big loss.
Yeah, in that situation, it's better to just throw the ball away than just hold on and get that loss of yards. But as you notice, Whitener Jr. was just calling for it. He was wide open.
He was. I mean, when he was calling for it, Max was already being met with defenders. But if Max was able to see that before and he had enough time to make that throw, we're looking at a big 40-yard play right there.
Or maybe even taking it to the house, considering how Whitener Jr.
Yeah,
can just glide through defenders.
exactly. And it's a bad snap, and Max just has to take it and sit on it.
Yeah,
But that's 2 opportunities just wasted right there.
That's also 2 big hits on Max, who's not at 100%.
No.
Which is
I mean,
not good.
even in general, though, Max hasn't been 100% heading into a game for a while.
Yeah.
There's always a little something with him. But you kind of have to respect that in a quarterback.
He's limping off the field, which is not good.
And he seems pretty pissed. I mean, if there's been nothing but good snaps already, but I mean, they kind of bad snaps always happen at the worst times. But usually Max is able to make a nice recovery and maybe run it up the middle, at least till he meets this line of scrimmage. But
And
not right there.
One interesting thing to note is that there's 2:43 left in the quarter. Man, this flew by, and it's
This game,
7-0
yeah.
early.
I mean, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. We're almost done with the second half. It was a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, we're done with the first half. And now we're seeing another, see how Randy Ludwig does right now with the punt. Already had 2 pretty impressive ones.
For this one, I would just kick it to the sideline because with this number 11 guy, he's very shifty, so he'll be able to possibly even take it to the house.
We're looking at Drew Pendleton, wide receiver linebacker, senior, 5'11", 195 to take it back. And if he at least gets it past the big A right there, we're looking at a solid, or I guess a solid play for the Apaches, because it's going to lead for not the best field position for Burbank. Even though their kicker has the leg, after that, I don't know if they're going to rely on him for the end of the quarter.
Yeah, we're just going to have to hold it out on the defensive side and just hold it so we can test the kicker again. He just missed what should be a very makeable field goal.
Yeah.
So I want to try him again.
Yeah, exactly. And it's going to be Randy punting it away. And it's actually a pretty solid one. It's recovered at about the 46 and taken up the middle and met with a sea of Apaches at about the 35 for progress.
I see some laundry already.
Oh, gosh. Let's see what this is now.
Could be an illegal block in the back. That's very common for these type of plays.
I mean, hopefully it's going the Apache way. But, I mean, even if we leave with a field goal, giving up 3 points to a solid Burbank offense like this, not too bad.
Yeah, especially considering we always trail in the first half. So this is just a turn of events here, as we can see. We're leading, and we can use that third and fourth quarter where we're very deadly and just keep on piling on Burbank.
I mean, the coaches are probably telling our players to play like we do have a deficit right now.
Seems that way, but we're actually still up 7-0.
Yeah, it seems like Burbank has some of the momentum and it has most of the momentum throughout the game. But with that touchdown run by A.J. Lewis, not too bad. A pretty solid start.
Wow. Jimmy seems to have fallen under his own weight, actually, and that's not good because there was no play at all, and he's limping hard.
Yeah, so I mean, kind of seeing a non-hit related injury is pretty scary, and he's limping really gingerly.
Those are the worst, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Dalvin Cook go down earlier this week, or going down last week
for just like
stepping awkwardly.
And here he wasn't even stepping awkwardly. He was just getting ready to squat and play on that defensive end side.
I mean, let's give a shout out to Jimmy Gassner. He's been a great player for us this whole year.
Hopefully he's okay.
And it's going to Chad Zvang. And I mean, he's been doing solid for them today. Kind of have to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, 5'3" frame, but he's just so hard to tackle, and he's just so speedy, and he can just find those little holes.
Yeah, I mean, we see it right here that there's some of those small holes that more physical runners like AJ, they have a kind of tougher time going through there because they're just bigger. But you see him in motion again, and he has to pass, and he is met with Alex Kelleher and a big Brandon Reed.
Yeah, that is a huge hit yet again. I believe that's sack number 3 this quarter alone, which is just great defensive presence, as we can see right here. He's trying to scramble, but
I guess he gets to the line of scrimmage at least. But here, a solid tackle right there. Alex Kelleher has been making a lot of plays this year.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he hit that game-winning tackle
last
game,
week.
4th and 2 against Burroughs.
I mean, he was like, there was a couple of hits right there, but he was I believe he was the first one. And just kind of a drop pass right there by Duncan Smith, covered by Alex Williams. Alex pressure Duncan Smith right there.
Yeah, very catchable ball by Duncan Smith. He should really be catching that, but kudos to Alex Williams, who just has a very good pressure and just stops that.
But one thing we've seen so far is that we've only seen Darnell Williams, Matthew Porras, Duncan Smith, and Chad Zvang using the offense. Those 4 guys, we haven't seen anybody else being used so far.
That's kind of like the Burroughs game like last week.
Yeah, exactly. Number 3, number 5.
Yeah.
And the running back. But, I mean, as soon as we stop Chad Zvang, so that's going to be what we have to notice heading into the second half is we have to stop Chad Zvang, number 6.
All right, 4th and 5. Here we go.
And
huge
he's
possession.
And guess who he's looking for? And it's completed for a first down. Chad Zvang.
Chad Zvang.
We're going to remember that game.
Yes.
Or remember that name by the end of the night.
Yeah. If there's one player that's played just unbelievable for the Burbank team, it's Chad Zvang so far. Just unable to stop him, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, until we stop him, we're not going to stop this offense. Because he pretty much leads to a lot of the run game with Darnell Williams. And he's met with an defender. And, dropped, but
wow.
that could have almost been a touchdown.
That was perfect throw, actually. It just ends up being a drop for number 11, Drew Pendleton. But as you can see right here, he's hit hard, but somehow gets a very good throw off.
Yeah, it looks like it was Brandon Reed on the hit, but
that's
that was pretty. Yeah, I mean, for high school, you only have to get 1 foot in. So if he was able to make the catch then that could have been a touchdown right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Pretty solid play right there.
That could be one where Burbank wishes they had that one back.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, maybe if Matthew Porras had a second longer to throw, it could have been a
Better
could have been a resultant touchdown.
Look for Chad Spain.
And seeing go
That's
to the top of the
overthrown.
end zone and nothing. So when at least one solid is that we're seeing if Matthew Porras has to throw to this Apache secondary, he's getting nothing.
Yeah, he just basically looks for the sidelines and Chad's vein.
Yeah.
Wherever he goes, that's
It's
the
gonna be
first
short
option.
passes. I mean, if he has to make a throw longer than 5-8 yards, it's not looking too well.
Yeah, I feel that's what we should limit to. Bait them to throw it towards the middle and for 20 yards.
Yeah,
and-
force them to.
Yeah.
I mean, if they have to. I mean, we also don't want to have them try to play into their game, have them beat us deep, because that would look really bad as well. But, I mean, the only really small mistakes we've seen on the Apache's secondary is just from Ars Candler, but he's been playing great today. Some of those penalties were definitely not his fault.
Yeah.
Those are just missed calls.
Missed calls. Mm-hmm.
But, now we see Darnell Williams go in motion, and he takes it the other way, scrambling on his own, and takes it for a solid gain.
Very smart play right there. If the pass is not going, run it, but in a way where it seems that you're going to pass it. So seems very good call by the offensive coordinator of Burbank, and just puts them in essentially another first and goal situation.
I mean, usually, or one of the reasons why that play works so well is that every time they went in motion, that's where the play went. But this time it went to the opposite side. We have Chad Zvang in motion again, and this time he's looking
He has
to the
a lot of
opposite side,
time.
looks to scroll, and met with a couple defenders. And with 50 seconds left in the game, they might not be able to. Hopefully, they have to at least settle for a field goal. And if they don't even score, even better.
Yeah, a lot of time is getting burned right now. 39 seconds and counting. I mean, I don't know what the Burbank.
They have to get the plays off.
Yeah.
It's gonna, and it's a bad snap, and he recovers it, but it's gonna be met. Yeah, there we go. I mean, bad snap leads to a few yard sack, and not even looking too good for Burbank now.
And here's the thing, man. Like,
Oh yes,
you're the Burbank offensive coordinator. 50 seconds left. You have prime position, a lot of time, but you let that drain, and now we are only at 25 seconds.
I mean, now it was kind of like we had our backs against the rope. I mean, not to jinx it, but now it's almost they're on their backs.
Yeah, knock on wood. This puts them in a very tough position, 3rd and 10, when it could easily have been, a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, had they not fumbled that snap.
Yeah, I mean, with 25 seconds left.
First 4 guys up. Single walk.
But I didn't see who took the timeout right there, but a pretty solid, a Burbank timeout right there, but it was pretty solid playing by our Apache's defense so far.
And now they
Not much from our offensive side. Been kind of struggling to find what works best there, because at first we saw AJ getting solid gains every time, but as time went on,
they seem to have stopped it.
Yeah, they seem to have stopped it. But as soon as they stop AJ, we get to see this pass attack from Max Davila.
Now this kind of forces number 1 Matthew Porras here to just throw the ball, because I mean, realistically, a run is not the best choice unless he does another trick like last time.
I mean,
and
but
takes
they
it
really,
himself.
I don't know if they're able to have a run means that the clock's going to keep running as long as they don't score. Not really likely to go out of bounds.
And here he goes
and
for
they're
the
taking
lob.
And what a play by
I believe that's DJ.
Yeah. Oh, don't throw it to DJ's Island. Can't throw it to DJ's Island. Can't throw it to Artist's Island. Not a lot of places to throw.
Yeah. Don't throw it to any island of Arcadia. They're just gonna
Exactly. I mean,
stop you.
If we had to, if he had to go to that Apache secondary, it's not going to look good. And now we have, it appears to be the
kicker.
Yeah, the kick team or the field goal team out.
Let's not forget, he did miss from around here last time.
And believes that this is around the same distance. And we see, Pollocky trying to ice the kicker right now.
Give him some more time to think about that, because as you saw, he missed from point-blank range
Yeah.
at the same time. First and goal, I mean, a goal situation, and just a miss.
But I mean, worst case scenario, he makes it. We're still up heading in to halftime, and who knows if we're able to get a run back or something. I mean, we really haven't seen much of Rolandis Winter on the offensive side.
Yeah, they seem to be holding him for that third and fourth quarter, saving him for that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Robert Maxey has some tricks up his sleeves, or his tricks up his sleeve. All right, and yeah, they go back to the field goal team.
And here we go. Let's see if we get another miss or potentially a block.
Yeah.
Haven't seen one of those all season.
Yeah, a block leading to a touchdown, and it's good. But what that means is that we have a chance to take it back now.
Yeah,
and we see Rolandis Winter and usually DJ back there to return.
Yeah, 18 seconds left, one timeout. We can do a decent amount.
At least
right here.
2 plays.
Maybe even a run back right here.
Yeah.
You've said before that, Whitener Jr. hasn't had much to feast on today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it feels like last game we were mention his name every other second towards the second half, but I mean, at least for right now, hasn't been much.
Yeah, let's see if we can see a similar trend this week.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
it's great when we mention his name, but I mean, we haven't really mentioned Deontay's name that much. Not much on the offensive side, but that will always pick up.
Yeah,
there's too many weapons for it not to.
Besides the first quarter, we just haven't really seen much of the offense.
And I guess we just have to see. All right, he's going to boot it away. And it's going to be a squib. All they have to do is just recover. And he's taking it. And actually,
that's a good gain.
Yeah, pretty solid game. Well, it gives them really good field position with about 13 seconds remaining.
Definitely can get 2 shots.
Yeah,
here.
2 shots. They could do. We could get like a big pass near the sideline. Hopefully, he gets out of bounds, and then Randy just kicks it in.
Yeah, we do have a timeout still.
Yeah,
so that shouldn't be a problem.
I mean, even if we end up in the middle of the field without being able to get our or just without stopping the clock. All right, so now we see Davila in the shotgun looking to go downfield, and he does. It's a pass to Deontay Bevel right there, and is not able to haul it in. But that's what I was talking about before, just looking for a pass towards the sideline, hopefully leading to a field goal. That's kind of what you're playing for. And with 8 seconds remaining, kind of too long for 2 plays, but
yeah, we have 8 seconds left. Let's see what we can do. If we were fast enough, we can maybe get a 9 and in with about 1 second left, and we just hope for a Hail Mary at this point.
It's better, I guess. And now we're just so I mean, if he's able to stay in, and he stays in, and now it's call a timeout.
Dude, the Dodgers scored again.
It's an injury.
Wow, that's
not looking too good.
For
Is that
DJ?
Dylan? Oh my God.
Final play of the game, final play of the half too, and that's.
Yeah, I believe they were calling a timeout though. I mean, you said we had a timeout left. I don't know why they weren't giving it.
Yeah, it would have been
to
silly
us.
not to call the timeout.
I mean, I heard some whistles, so I think I don't think they actually did. I think they might have gotten it, but DJ or Dylan Judd where it goes down, and it's not looking good.
Okay, we can't do 1.5.
And we have another, and I guess we have one last play, but hopefully everything's okay with DJ. I'm not really sure what happened.
Grimacing in pain right here.
Seriously, I mean, this is a huge player for our team.
Yeah.
I mean, you see all the teammates in support of him right now. I mean, that is a huge player. All these guys rally around DJ.
When I saw it initially, I noticed that he immediately grabbed
the
his
lower back.
That is not good.
Yeah, the lumbar region.
And he is still down, not even moving. So this could be a real serious one.
I mean, at least it wasn't a neck injury. I mean, that's good to see. That was just lower back instead of closer to the neck. But it's a shame. It's a shame seeing him down.
Yeah. And here's the thing. We lose a cornerback like this, we're going to have to convert.
Oh, and he's
someone.
walking.
Yeah.
All right, if we could get a cameraman right there, or a camera on him. I mean, he's at least walking, but walking super gingerly. Coach Maxey gives him a nice pat on the back, but he's still in a world of hurt probably.
At least he gets 20 minutes to rest at halftime for this. And
But, I mean, we still see Jimmy down already. And I guess this is going to be the big Hail Mary play.
not sure if Max has the arm for this.
Yeah. I mean, pretty big pass right now. I mean, Max just has to kind of get outside the pocket. There he goes. Yeah, just make a bit. Oh, and thankfully it goes forward. Oh, and are they saying this a fumble? Oh, and taken down by Marquis Moore, but
That was a huge hit on Max.
Yeah, that
He's
Max does
holding
not
his
feel
face.
good right now. I don't know. That could have been from frustration, but this Apache's offense is not clicking. But I mean, heading into the half, we see Burbank has the side of momentum, but looking a great play at half by our Apaches for sure. But heading in 7-3, our Apaches are winning. Damn, what a crazy first half already. What you think?
Yeah, this was actually yet another game I wasn't expecting because I felt that this would be more of an offensive
Yeah, it would be
heavy
an offensive
game.
shootout.
Yeah, but again, it's 7-3, very low scoring game, and for once, our Arcadia Apaches are up.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing we've seen so far this year is that we've had to play down at first, and then overtime, or the second half, that's when we get the lead and then start to expand on it.
Yeah, one player I want to see is Rolandus Whitener Jr. more in the second
Yeah.
half. Let's see if he can just explode, get those big returns, and some more touchdowns.
Yeah, or in general, just this Apache's offense got off to a hot start with A.J. Lewis coming in for the touchdown, but since then really haven't shown much. But, I mean, this offense and defense works pretty well in the second half.
All right, and we're going to send it down to Clara now for an interview.
Hi, I'm Clara, and I'm here with number 21, Cesar Haro. You've played great defense so far today with 2 sacks. What kind of momentum are you going to take going into the second half?
I mean, we got to keep going. We got to keep bringing pressure.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And keep working
Welcome
hard.
to your
Get the ball
halftime
back and get
entertainment
get the offense
performance.
ready to go, and get them get some points.
And what are you going to work on offensively to get more touchdowns?
I mean,
Taking the field
we
right
just
now
got to
is the Arcadia
execute,
Apache marching
do
band and
what we
color
got to
guard.
do, and keep going. We got this. We got this.
Thank you, Cesar.
Yeah.
The score at half is 7-3, Arcadia on top.
Let's welcome our Pasadena neighbors, the Arcadia High School Marching Band and Color Guard. Marching today is Randy.
And the last $25 gift card. This will give you number 6812521. 6812521. Okay, next up, we have an Acer tablet undergrad. This is the product people. So the Arcadia will score the first shot, 5 roundhouse,
All right, now we're heading into the second half. Our Apache's receiving, similar tactic we've seen throughout the year. And it is a kick that is going to be returned by, number 3, DJ. He's taking up the middle. And, seemed like he stopped, and he was still up right there. After having a back injury early, or like towards the end of the first half right there, we weren't really expecting to see him.
Yeah, and he seems to be just
But now he's, yeah. I mean, that was a great play.
Yeah, I mean, very smart by Burbank to avoid Roski right there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
I
guess 35 yards lost is just, or 32 yards, my bad, is just a win for them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Roski could take it back at least past the 50-yard line at any time.
We're going to see an interesting formation right here. It's kind of like a hybrid between shotgun and pistol.
Yeah.
Let's see which one they give it to.
And it's going to be to Roski with AJ blocking.
With blockers.
And, see it,
Oh my
Roski.
goodness.
That's a touchdown. I jinxed it. I thought that was going to be it. He only had one man to beat, but
Wow.
a solid gain right there.
You see,
Obviously, yeah, AJ's the leading blocker.
yeah, you see him just block, and that opens up so much room. You can see right here. This
Number
pitch.
4, AJ leads the way. And
just-
he almost runs into his own teammate.
Oh, wow.
Maybe if we, it was a one-on-one versus number 8.
Had he kept running forward, he might have just,
I mean,
ran
maybe
free.
he saw something else, but I think maybe it's just me jinxing it.
I don't know about that.
I don't know,
hey,
but I really thought that was gonna be the one we were gonna.
Yeah.
That was gonna be the big
we
play.
have first play of the game, and we have seen Rolandis Weiner Jr. a lot more than the first half. Let's see if we can see more of this even more.
It's getting him into. I mean, with getting Rolandis Weiner involved, you really can't force it, because the more you force it, the more it's just they're just gonna key in on him, and they're moving it up even farther. Didn't really tell what the penalty was.
Yeah,
sportsmanlike conduct on the Burbank side.
So we see a sloppy error by Burbank here. Let's see if we can capitalize on this situation.
Definitely how we wanted this second half to start, and this is a second half team that we're seeing. And yeah, they go back to that same formation.
They run the same play essentially.
Exactly, the same play, and Roski takes it for drop for a loss, and we also kind of gets in the small altercation right there.
Yeah, he points at the players like, I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, like, if you're the offensive coordinator,
Well, that's
and
forcing it.
Yeah, it's forcing it again and just running the same play.
It's
so
not there.
predictable.
I mean, usually running the same play twice either happens like that or it's a touchdown. I mean, it's a big hit or miss. It's pretty bipolar.
I guess it's a good situation.
And see it go back to AJ, and now that brings up like a third and
7, third
yeah,
and 8.
third and 7, which is manageable, but with how fast we started off right there, I mean, I thought we were really gonna move, I guess, towards more pass plays.
And here's the thing, we get that. I would go for a 4 and out, get some of that easy yardage in the beginning, and then just set us up for a 4th down situation. This is like a statement move right here by Coach Pollocky.
And now Max scrambles. He keep on scrambling. He
throws
it. Rolandis Winder on his own island, and that is a touchdown for your Apaches. Rolandis Winder stands in awe of what just happened.
Wow. Well, I have one question for you, Matt. How do you let a guy like that be so open?
I mean, he just found the soft spot on the defense, and I thought Max was going to take it for his own. So,
we see the replay right
yeah,
there.
we see the
He just
replay.
Juggles through so much traffic. Takes a
oh,
hit right there.
While he was running off one leg, just
And
throws
you
it
can
up.
see right there just what is going on with that blown
Oh,
coverage.
and then we see put the hands on the hips, and that was no celebration needed if you got to do that. I mean, that was a statement play.
But just a great move by Max.
Yeah. I mean, hell of a catch by Roski and hell of a job for getting open right there. But Max being able to stay on his feet, avoid, like, he broke 2 tackles right there.
He got hit at the end,
got
too.
hit while he was throwing, while he was off balance. I mean, that was a solid throw. That's what we needed right there. Now we're up 14-3 with 10:27 left in the second half.
And here's
in the third quarter.
And here's the thing with Max. I feel that one main improvement I've seen this year from him is his ability to keep scanning the field when there's still a lot of traffic. He's able to locate the open man, even though it seems that he's going to get sacked. So
yeah, I mean, but sometimes you kind of see those plays end up being a sack, or Max kind of forces a throw that's almost picked off. But right there, I don't know how you let Rolandis Winder Jr. get that open.
Like I said, you circle his name.
You circle it, bold it, highlight it.
It's not going to do anything.
40-point font, but not going to do much. But I mean, what I was talking about before is that you can't force him into the game. You have to let Roski play on his own and just wait for his opportunities to come.
Yeah, exactly. And they let that happen in this second half.
I already see a big boot by Fernando. Caught at the 9-ish yard line. Not much momentum heading into it. And he is brought down at the 28-29.
Number 6 again, Chad Zvang. So if I'm Burbank right here, the only player that I should be, or predominantly throwing it to and getting involved is Chad Zvang.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, he's been really one of their only playmakers because we've seen him like used in motions at least once a drive, or before. I mean, used once every like 4 plays.
Precisely, he's their main player, and we just have to circle him and Duncan Smith on the offensive side, and we should be good.
And we see him go into motion again. He stops, slips, and
Stopped
ends up
him.
being a quarterback
Oh, wow.
keeper. But he's going for a solid gain right there for about 6 yards.
That fooled
So-
me again. I thought it was at Vangs, but he
Yeah,
just,
at least, yeah. This time I kind of noticed it, but I mean, but finally we see him get subbed, or Chad's Vang right there gets subbed out. But
Yeah,
I mean,
great
it was a
read
great
option.
quarterback keeper, but
As you can see
Alex
right
Kelleher
here.
almost stopped him right there. If he was able to make that initial stop, then that's a loss. That's a loss of yards. And it's a run to Darnell Williams for a first down.
So it seems that not only Arcadia's offense has been picking up the pace, but
Burbank.
Burbank's as well. As you can
They made
see,
an adjustment.
very quick plays, big yardage, and they're sniffing towards the Arcadia territory.
Even though the game didn't seem like an offensive shootout at first, because it really wasn't. Now it might be.
It might grow into it, yeah.
Yeah, it might be more of what we expected. But I mean, it seems like we just need time to get settled in.
I feel that it's the same for both sides as on an offensive standpoint, because we're really trying to see how the game feels for the defense, and maybe going through it in halftime may just unlock it and just open more possibilities.
I mean, but it's almost like from like 4 or 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, that's when we start to turn off. And a solid play right there, a nice tackle by might have been Alex Williams, couldn't tell, number 22.
Yep, I think it is.
Yeah, Alex Williams. I mean, solid game last week. Alex was pretty hyped heading
Yeah,
into this week.
He's just been a solid contributor in all games, actually. He's
Yeah.
just put in his 100% effort, and it's really starting to show.
And
It's a play action.
Play action, and it's a short throw, but it's going for a lot. Completed to number 5, Blake Quinteros. But I mean, one thing we don't really see right now is Chad's Vang on the offense right now.
Yeah, not really sure what happened to him. He's still on the sideline, I believe, for
Yeah. Oh, he's coming right back.
right
but,
as I say that.
Yeah. But but that's another short pass though, because I mean, they've noticed that the secondary cannot be touched.
So they're just gonna dump
They're-
it off short,
yeah.
get that 5-6 yards, and just chip
It's
away.
going to build up over time, and now we
here's
see
Chad's Vangs, and
but
it's
it's
a read
another,
option.
another quarterback keeper, and a couple missed tackle, and kind of taken down between Roski and Lugo right there.
Yeah, that easily could have been stopped at
At the line of scrimmage, at
30,
least.
at 35, 34.
Yeah.
But instead, it's a first down, and again, we see Burbank moving the chains and getting to that red zone situation.
Yeah, exactly. But as long as they're able to run it up the middle at will, I mean, they're not going to be stopped, and it's going to be a quick score for them. But 14-3, not looking too bad. And it's going to Chad's Vangs right there.
And he gets...
even met with a head up, but
Oh, my
Roski
goodness!
lifts him up.
Oh, my goodness!
I mean, that's a solid. Oh, and we're starting to see them get into it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
A lot of talking.
That
but
just shows you Chad's Vangs, though he has a big play right there, gets ridiculed in front of everybody
Yeah,
right there.
I
Picked
mean-
up like beanbag.
Yeah, I mean,
let's check this
I
out
mean, let's
right
look
here.
at this. I mean,
That's a big
Rosie
hit.
gives him the
Check
Brock
this out.
Lesnar. Yeah, gives him the Brock Lesnar. Takes him to Suplex City. Wow. Yeah, that was a gave him the German suplex. But I mean, no penalties occurred from that. But these teams are not liking each other right now.
Yeah,
I mean, this is the most trash talk. I mean, I thought Muir was a lot of trash talk
But
between the two
right
teams,
now-
but right now it's probably pretty bad.
yeah, as we can.
We didn't even see an
right here,
altercation
I mean,
against Muir.
They're still chatting away right now and
Yeah.
talking about it.
And I think might be an official's timeout. Couldn't see which side called it. But I mean,
This is just huge plays left and right, and we're just gonna have to see if we can stop the offensive presence of Burbank right now, because although that was a good play by the defense, Chad Baines got 13 yards.
yeah, I mean that's
Still
a first down.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as we don't stop, if we don't stop him, then we're not going to stop the offense. But then they're just gonna go to Darnell Williams, who he hasn't had really any big runs against us, but he's had solid runs and
solid
run,
5-6 yard chip away, and that's gonna hurt in the long run because it's gonna tire out our defense, and it's gonna guarantee good yardage.
Yeah, but eventually, like, some of those plays are gonna lead to something.
All right. Seems that they're going to be coming back on the field. What do you expect right here? You expect a shot downfield, another run? What are you thinking, Matt?
They might stay with the run game. You already see. It looks like Chaz Vang's going to be motioned again, and yeah, he's motioned, and they stick with. Oh no, it's a quarterback keeper, and much better job by the Apaches this time.
Yeah, it doesn't have that element of surprise because they ran that play about two plays ago. So
I mean, if I'm able to call it, then this Apache defense already knows. But I mean, one big hit from, let's say, a Marquis Moore. I don't know if we're gonna see much of Chaz Vangs after that.
Yeah, as good as he is, as shifty as he is, we got to remember he's only about
5'3",
125 pounds.
5'3".
So.
I mean, he's used to taking these big hits, but and it's a QB keeper. But not a big gain.
Gain of about 3.
Yeah, not much.
Not very big. And
that leads to a second. It's going to be 2nd and 7 around there. Oh, and we're seeing Jack's staff out there.
Someone's down for
it's a Burbank
team. Not very good. We can see.
Number 5.
Wow.
I mean, we've mentioned his name a couple times already. Blake Quinteros. I mean, he's listed as a fullback. He's probably one of the main parts of their
not good. I see him holding his head.
Yeah.
Let's see right here. Ooh. The final shot. Whoa! Ow!
That's not looking good.
My goodness.
I mean, Lugo comes in with a hit to bring him down, but
sometimes somewhat snaps his neck back. And
I mean,
I really hope he's okay. That's
what we're trying to avoid is just those. That was pretty much helmet to helmet. But since he wasn't really targeting him right there, the refs aren't going to call that. It's nowhere near the refs calling it, but. That's something just as a player you feel because he's not the one getting the hit. I mean, he's not the one delivering the hit. He's the one getting it, and getting it is sometimes, or it's usually way worse than the one delivering it.
Yeah, the plays like that are really scary because those plays are hand in hand with concussions. Number 5 needs to get checked out.
I mean, he's probably going to go through the concussion protocol right now. But I mean, they might just keep on running down our throats because they haven't. I mean, they've kind of given up on the pass game. It looks like. I mean, they're definitely not going to try and go for the back of the end zone fade, or just anything deep towards the end zone, even though they're on the 11-yard line.
Definitely, they're going to just try their chances on a run or maybe just like a short throw, but nothing.
And it's Chaz Vangs again.
Gets on the outside.
He's the one, and they get there we go. See, as long as we just get a man on him, we're going pretty solid.
Oh wow, again.
Oh,
see right there.
I mean. After tackled, he tries to, gives a little bump to Roski right there, and that's the wrong man to piss off.
I'm going to be honest right now, being 5'3", 125, I wouldn't try any antics like that.
Small man syndrome. But hey, he's a solid player. I mean, they know how to use him in the offense. He's
hands down been the most effective player next to Matthew Paras.
Yeah, or Darnell Williams. But, I mean, he has a right to talk. He's been running it, and they haven't found a way to stop him, really. I mean, they might get some big hits on him here and there, but, I mean, now that a 3rd and 7, we really won't see him used. And there we go. We see him in motion, and he's looking that way. It's a quarterback keeper, and he is stopped.
About 3 or 4 yards short.
Going to have to settle with a field goal.
I'm not sure.
They might be feeling more aggressive.
They might actually go for it here. What do you think? Because
they probably will. They're not. Yeah.
As we saw before, the kicker missed similar range, but made one. But
I mean, we see. Looks like Austin Guerra on the tackle right there. Great play to wrap up. But I mean they're going for it.
I expect something that Chad Spence or a keeper.
Yeah.
In motion again.
Motion again. He's looking that way. He's rolling that way, but everybody's covered. He's gonna have to take it himself. And when he's taking it himself, is that a touchdown? Did he get in?
That is a touchdown.
He's marked as down on the 1-yard line, maybe. I mean, this 2-yard line was really close. I mean, he knocked the pylon over, but didn't get it in.
They're gonna try to.
They're gonna try
it
really quickly.
Here.
But I mean,
try to punch it in.
now we see Chad Vangs, or all alone by himself, in the middle of the screen.
And that's a touchdown.
Touchdown for Darnell Williams, runs it in. Depending on the extra point, is going to be 14-10 our Apaches.
Very, very exciting third quarter. Though there's only 4:36 left, we've seen a lot of offensive drives and very successful ones on both sides of the field. So it seems that the game has woken up.
Yeah, a little bit. But all right, let's see what happens here. And the extra point is good, but it was pretty. It was pretty close to being blocked. Oh, it's a flag right there. Could be going back.
Could be unsportsmanlike and coming back.
For any of our Dodger fans listening right now, the Dodgers are up 4-1 against the D-backs in the bottom of the third. So some playoff baseball for you. But I guess the flag right there is going to be just ensued on the kickoff.
I believe it's going to be on Burbank. As
Burbank?
they're moving back.
I mean, if they have to move back. Oh, I guess it was. Oh no, it was a personal foul on the Apaches. I mean, the camera wasn't. Wait, that.
It was a personal foul on the extra.
Oh, okay, it was a
Personal foul on the extra point.
Yeah, it was a personal foul on the extra point after they get moved up, and if they're not able to at least get this in the back, or at least get this in the end zone, they're just gonna squib it then. But that's a mental error right there. We can't have those. That's something we could control. Even though the emotions are running high and everything, you can't play like that. And yeah, it goes to the back of the end zone. No surprise there.
And again, we can see a mental mistake right there. That was an opportunity for Whitener Jr. to potentially run it back, but with that silly personal foul at the end, that's just costless and makes it an automatic touchback.
Yeah, I mean, what are you supposed to... that relates back to the penalty, though.
Yeah,
I mean, everything... And that goes back to mental errors. That's what we've been talking about past couple weeks.
Yeah. That's probably something that Coach Pollocky should focus on this week, just fixing those preventable mistakes and preventing mistakes like this for the next week.
Yeah, all right. Now we see Max in a similar formation that they opened up with, and we see Roski in motion, and the ball ends up going. Oh, I guess it's
tipped.
Yeah, I guess it's packed at the line of scrimmage, but it was looked like Jake Metters was there setting up for the catch. I mean, haven't really heard his name much in the offense side of the conversation.
Definitely, but I mean, he's more of a defensive end, defensive threat, and just tight end plays usually for the end zone, usually for the Arcadia offense. So that could be why.
Yeah, same formation with Roski back there, and it's a pitch to Roski, and they got him right away. It's going to be for a loss of yards as well. And Roski seems a little frustrated because some of those plays with Roski, see, it's really hard because you can't. If the ball's if they already see him running the ball, they're gonna. All the attention's gonna be there whenever they just see him, not even see him back there with Max because they know that formation.
That was the same formation as the last one. They just pitched it to the left.
Yeah.
So that's, again, very predictable. And there's Landry.
But with a third and now it's gonna be probably pushed. Well, it's going to be a 3rd and 11, but this might go against our Apaches, which might make it like a 3rd and 20 or something. Yeah, so, false start, so it's going to be a 3rd and 16.
Again, these mental errors have just killed the drive. Unless, Max can...
I mean, unless Max could
come up with something.
But, I mean, we saw that Roski play just come out of thin air.
Yeah, we got to hope for another one of those.
Yeah, just got to hope for the best, but I mean, if you look at I guess... Seeing the left side looks pretty stacked, or seeing the right side.
He has a lot of time.
And throws it, and it is caught by Deontay Bevel. First down.
Let's see if they spot us right, and yes, it is a first down.
Yeah, first down. Deontay Bevel on the catch right there. You heard his name a lot against Mir. Had a great touchdown grab in the first quarter.
Very dependable.
Yeah, I mean, really not the biggest guy as well, but he's another speedster.
Oh, correction, that's Frankie Contreras.
Oh, that's Frankie. Oh,
but he
Frankie
does a
Contreras.
Very good job catching the ball in traffic.
And hauling it in there. It takes a lot to go into the middle. And we see AJ on the run.
A lot of room again.
And, I mean, not a big gain right there, but over time, those are going to expand into 8, 10, 15-yard runs.
Yeah, what he's essentially doing right now is bruising the defense.
Yeah, he's kind of breaking him down little by little.
Yeah, just one at a time, just chipping away, maybe catch him off guard, and we'll just run for the end zone.
And it's hard. I mean, we're already close to the end of the third quarter, and now we start to see our Apaches come into their prime shape. The best they've played is towards the end of the third quarter. We saw that against Hart, even against – oh, and it's a fumble on the field. Oh, that doesn't look good. I don't know if it's going to be an Apache's ball.
I believe it is. Burbank is not reacting.
Couldn't really see who.
Great heads-up play by AJ right there.
Yeah, I mean,
rotate the ball.
You just got to get a body on top of it. I mean, that's a waste of play, though.
You can see right here, AJ actually just catches it with his.
I mean, it's kind of awkward, but yeah, like kind of goes under him, but he's able to get on top of it. So now it's 3rd and 8. It's kind of a waste of a play. And it was a screen pass. It's coming across the middle, and not much. Orlandis Whitner had the catch, but definitely not. Yeah, we're bringing out the punt team. But, I mean, we've had pretty solid special teams already.
Ooh, it seems Weiner Jr. is holding something. This is not
walking
good.
gingerly back to the sideline.
I believe it's his arm. That would be a big, big, big blow. Let's see what happens here.
Can't really tell.
Wow. I believe it's when he plants that arm at the end of the play.
So I guess he kind of awkwardly hurt it when he was planting, trying to get the ball forward. But I mean, Randy's been solid so far. We could see this even go towards the 20. And it's high, but it's short.
Let's see if we can get a good bounce.
And actually, not a horrible bounce. And I guess it goes at least, solid. Okay, punt right there. It goes on the 31 right there, 32.
We've seen better bounces, though, especially last week.
And we've seen better punts from Randy. I mean, that was out of the 3 or 4 punts tonight. That was probably the least in yardage. But, I mean, if he could just have all of them like the first one he had, nice spiral, great hang time. But, I mean, at least it wasn't returned. I guess that's a solid, but it's kind of hard to ask for those, like, perfect punts every time.
Yeah, definitely.
And he has improved over.
And the thing about Randy is it's hard for him. He either is low and long or high and short.
Yeah. But when he finds the in between, that's when it's perfect.
Just like that first punt.
Yeah, and we see the quarterback showing some. Oh, and it's a late hit right there. I mean, I don't know if we got that on camera, but number 52 came across and, I mean, kind of tossed someone. But it was after the play, of course.
Yeah, that was
not dirty play.
You can see the replay right here.
I mean, we could hear some of the parents yelling.
Right.
And it's right
there.
Oh, come on.
My goodness.
That's a blatant cheap shot. Come on. That's just dirty. There's no need for that. He saw him go down.
Chaz Baines again. And it's a keeper again.
It's another keeper. And soon enough, there's going to be something that's going to pop off. I mean, you do that to the wrong guy. Yeah. I mean, if that was to happen to Rolandis
Weiner Jr. or like Artis Chandler, it's over for that man. That play will be remembered.
I mean, even as Apaches, though, we have to know to control our emotions.
And here's the thing. I've noticed that, number one is not shy of keeping the ball. Like you said,
I mean,
he was probably a running back at trade.
I mean, because if he's had to throw it downfield, then he hasn't really looked that comfortable. But a solid run up the middle right there. They found the hole in the Apaches' defense is up the middle.
It seems that they're just chipping away at the Apache defense right now. And we see Cesar Harrow just holding his hand right there at the end of the play.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Okay.
And it's also been ruled out that, fumble, but ruled off. But, yeah, we also have to note Jimmy Gassner will not be returning today after seeing his dad on the during halftime. He said that he rolled it really badly. And, I mean, he's still on Jack's table. He really hasn't moved much since. And they look like they're about to give him some crutches. So, hopefully, he's good enough to return next week. That's going to be a big blow on this Apaches D.
Yeah, you can see on the defensive side that
we're missing that. We're missing
a big, imposing defensive end that's able to, pressure the quarterback and just kind of read whether or not he is going to pull it or he's going to hand it off to the running back.
Because that's what all these, after playing enough NCAA, that's what all these read options do. It's pretty much just keying on the defensive end, and if he stays there, then the quarterback hands it off, but if the defensive end bites, then the quarterback takes it for himself. And usually when the quarterback takes it for himself, it's kind of going pretty far. So the defensive end is the key to all those plays. Even if the linebackers come in as well, the defensive end is usually the one that stops it right there. And if he holds his own, then all those read options will be stopped. And you can't run the same play over and over 6 times in a row and expect it to not get stopped. But with, let's see, 28 seconds left in the third quarter, this game's coming to a really quick close. It's been really quick.
Yeah. Seems that it's been the fastest game all year, but
yeah, moving at a really rapid pace.
Exciting as well.
And it's another run to Darnell Williams. But I mean, see, that's the thing we're talking about though, is that some of these runs where it's 5-7 yards, these are going to turn into 12-15 yard gains. I mean, those are going to open up pretty soon.
Yeah.
So until we get just a nose guard to plug the hole right there, someone just get a body. It's not going to look too well, and it's a bad snap, but Darnell Williams gets it anyways, and it's just they're driving at will at this point. It's going to be a 2nd and 3.
They just keep on hitting that Apache defensive line non-stop, and that's just really giving them a bunch of yards and opening up big runs.
And a timeout.
And it's the conclusion of the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah, the conclusion of the fourth quarter. I mean, third quarter.
Yeah.
But, all right. And it's going to be, so it's still a 14-10, our Apaches.
And this is where we can run away with the game, the fourth quarter, as shown from the previous games.
I mean, it just depends on our offense, because it feels like when our offense is flowing, then we finally have some plays on defense. All right, yeah, now it's time to put the fours up.
Essentially, if our offense can, get some rhythm, then our defense will leech off that energy and just be able to provide more stops, just as shown last game by that fourth quarter stance.
I mean, all it takes is one fumble. I mean, Alex Kelleher's already forced a couple this year. If he just, somehow is able to just kind of hammer it away from Darnell Williams, I mean, it seems like he's been running pretty securely with the ball. Maybe that's why he's hasn't broken out many big plays, is because he's a little just conscientious about not causing any fumbles.
You're probably not going to get any interceptions with this.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not going to pass.
Very conservative. Yep, and another
run.
run.
It's another run to Darnell Williams, and it goes. I mean, all of these are solid yards, going for at least 4 or 5 each time.
Yeah, the thing is about Burbank, they have a real good running back coach that knows how to develop talent. There's 2 years ago, they had a player, not sure what his name was, but he ended up committing to Washington State. Pac-12.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, there's some crazy story with him. I'm not sure if he grew up in Burbank and was kind of like a hometown boy, kind of like a Taylor Legacy. I mean, we have to throw some classic Apaches back. Just one of the greatest receivers we've seen play here. But yeah. All right, now we have a 1st and 10, and they're looking to keep everything right there.
And another run.
Surprise. Darnell Williams, but it's going for a solid gain. That's another 6, or about 6 yards.
We need to do our best to try to get that defensive line a lot of rest. They're getting hammered time in and time out by this.
They might just need to sub in new guys. I mean,
yeah.
But we're still seeing that. And it's another run up the middle. All right, finally. All right, there we have a solid stop right there. Didn't go for much. Maybe
a gain of one, if anything.
Half a yard.
So this is a big play right here. 3rd and 5. Get another stop. Force them to take a field goal, which they're not comfortable with.
Solid play by, I think, Caesar Haro right there. Just kind of wrapped him up. And that was another thing we saw, is that we see just a lot of broken tackles. And if they're able to make the first tackle, then a lot of these gains aren't going for big yards. And now he has to throw, and he's a little flustered trying to take it for himself.
Oh, he escaped the tackle.
See, it's the tackles right there. And see a ref take a spill right there. Hopefully he's okay. But even a fallen shoe. But if we don't, if we make the first tackle right there, we're not looking at a first down. They might bring out the chain gang. Yeah, they're bringing out.
Oh, actually, they just marked it as a first down.
Yeah,
measuring.
I mean, I don't think that was a first down. I think they gave him a nice spot. But I mean, we after seeing Jimmy Gassner crutch around, we're kind of missing his presence right now.
Yeah,
that defense is looking a little tired.
Taking it away right now.
And it's and another quarterback keeper and another tackle that's broken.
Another first down. I mean, this quarterback has really been tearing it apart, because we have to respect that Chad Vanes is, just been doing a real
But
good
it's also
job.
just the quarterback keepers. I mean, we saw what happened. Okay, if we force him out of the pocket and we make him throw, he's gonna make the choice of just taking himself, because the secondary is just doing such a great job.
And here's a play action.
And he's
he's
has to
gonna take it
scramble,
himself.
and there's
Oh my
another.
goodness.
There's a missed tackle right there.
Another one, and
he's
it's a
taking it
touchdown.
for a touchdown. A couple missed tackles. What do you expect? I mean,
And-
it's like it's like there's a theme that's been happening as the game goes on, and then that theme is just kind of capitalized on a touchdown. Especially right now, just the missed tackles.
You can see that this quarterback has running back instincts. He's able to
Yeah.
juke out defenders, just make people miss. Not scared of the contact either. So
I mean, he's taking a lot of shots, but I mean now it's 16-14 Burbank, and now I guess it's our turn to play comeback now.
Comeback now,
But
yeah.
I mean, this is where we're strongest. We have to see. We're definitely going to see an improvement in the passing game, and almost blocked it, but we're definitely going to see Max hook up with different receivers in the passing game right now.
here's the thing. I really want to see some more offensive variety.
Yeah,
from
they're
our
just
standpoint. We're
really
doing
hasn't-
the same things
I mean,
over and over again.
You kind of see that same Roski and AJ formation, but if you kind of give it to both of those guys too much, and they key in on them, it's not going to look too pretty.
So let's see what Burbank's going to try to do here on special teams. Kick it away
Yeah.
from.
Are you going to give it
Wagner
to?
Jr.?
I mean, what if we see a DJ pitching it off to Rolandis Winter Jr. and
I've
then
been
blocking
waiting
for him?
that all year long.
I mean, that'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah. In a game like this, I feel like that is something
It's
that
possible. But also, like, now before they had the penalty on the kickoff, so they weren't able to return it because it just went to the back of the end zone. But now we just have to see. All right, checking everything, gonna boot it away, and let's see where it goes. And it goes to.
Wagner Jr.
All right,
really
it's what you wanted to see, folks.
see here.
And just takes a lane up the middle, looking for something. And
There's a little bit of room
finds
actually.
and he stays in bounds and goes to the 38, 39 there. Solid gain from Rolandis Winter.
Yeah, whenever he returns, you basically guarantee at least 30 yards, if not more.
And a solid game, but yeah, here we have it. It's like he's so close, even when it kind of seems like the play's over.
Yeah,
And a nice broken tackle.
Breaks 2 tackles right there.
But it seems like it's over, and he just kind of squeaks in for another couple yards. But
I try to get him more involved off the first play right here. Maybe
yeah,
just do a play action.
we're definitely going to see an improvement in the passing game. Max is looking to throw.
He has a lot
And
of time. Oh, that's a fake.
Fakes. And, it's underthrown. Oh.
Easily could have been picked off
That
right
could have
there.
been, yeah. Or that could have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, he had he had Roski wide open. And if that was, Max had to throw it gingerly, but if he didn't have to throw it gingerly, we're looking at 2017 Arcadia.
Yeah, if he throws it forward and makes Whitner Jr. run for it.
Yeah,
easy
catch it on the run, kind of
Easy
leads him.
touchdown.
But we might see a handoff to AJ. Oh, and we're gonna see AJ in the flat. See AJ have to catch and ooh, that could have been bad. Oh, and there we go. And that didn't really look like anything too bad to me, but
Hey, remember that PI?
yeah, exactly.
Early in the game, maybe
Yeah.
a makeup call right there.
That's good.
And you can,
And we could hear the Burbank coaches next to us have a lot of four-letter usage going on.
yeah.
I
would
I'd
be pretty
pissed. Yeah,
upset
I'd be
too,
pissed
actually.
too. Because that's
a fair play.
That's a
actually.
fair play.
Hey,
That's what you have to do. If you expect to run a play like that, AJ has to be ready to take a blow.
we'll take the Nuggets though.
Yeah, we'll take it all. We'll take all we can
AJ.
get, and we'll see him go up the middle. But with a big guy like AJ, he just kind of needs big gaps. And what the offensive line provided for him, inconsistently, but last week, towards the end, those gaps were opening up. But with 9:25 less in the game.
Yeah, here's the thing. With those small gaps, that works for a player like Jalik Stevens to run through. But AJ, you need to make a little bit more room for him to squeeze through.
When he gets that room, though, and we see Max on a shotgun, play and throws it to Jake Metters right there. And pretty solid game.
I don't know if you saw that, but that was a great block by AJ right there.
Yeah.
So give Max that time.
Yeah, maybe we could get a replay right there. But yeah, there we get a replay. And we weren't able to catch it right there, but now we get to see some of the, I guess, more low-key of guys on our offensive plays, such as Jake. I mean, but Jake's also had a great offensive and defensive showing this year.
Yeah, remember that touchdown last game? Just very good and just making big plays.
We see that formation with Roski, and
they hand it off to
Roski. I mean, maybe if one thing we haven't seen so far is Max either keep it or pass it. If Max keeps that, that could be going for a big gain. Depends where they spot it, but oh, that was a nice spot right there from the refs, but I can't.
It seems like we got a first down. Actually,
they were lined up to do a
down. Quick QB. So
yeah, so now they have a clock running. So they were trying to run a quick play right there because the defense was off guard, but another kind of awkward night with the refs. But it's going to Roski. It's a little momentum.
A gain of about 6. That's very good.
But yeah, solid gain right there. But I mean, it's not going to be anytime soon. A lot of those holes won't open up.
Yeah, I'd like to see Roski more on the outside for the wide receiver. Maybe just give him a shot downfield, see what he can do, because Max does have the arm.
Yeah, exactly. We see AJ accompanying him in the backfield and gives it to AJ, and now he has room.
Oh, wow.
And
good tackle.
Oh. But, I mean, we've seen kind of AJ go head up with a lot of guys so far, and last week he was able to run them over. But, I mean, he still has the momentum going forward on these guys.
Yeah, we saw last week he made a critical third down play with that huge hole and just was able to get huge yardage.
I mean, I guess it's kind of weird. You think a guy like AJ would be kind of in the middle of the offensive line, but he prefers having some space. That's where I feel like he does best. And the pass goes long. And followed by some talking. That's some laundry.
That's going to be on Jake, I believe.
And
that was a silly play right there.
Yeah.
Costly.
Somebody had to be talking right in front of the ref.
Still not sure what it is. Oh. Damn. I mean, I've seen how furious like these players are with the refs. There's been a lot of good calls and bad calls. It's been happening to both sides.
Well, with 7:09 left, we can definitely get the ball back.
At least, but it's gonna take. I mean, we have to pray for a solid Randy Lugwood punt. I mean, if we pin him within the 10, it's gonna be hard for them to do anything. But they've been running it at will.
Yeah, already we were very fortunate with that last stop, but let's see.
It's a little high of a snap, but it's good. And
it's a good punt.
Good punt, and he looks like he's gonna return it, and it's gonna be met with a wall.
Yeah.
And down at the he keeps on going, and he still stays. We have to make some tackles. I mean, even see Randy get involved right there.
That should have been down way at the 10-yard line.
Or just earlier. At this point, they're just killing clock.
Yeah.
But if our defense isn't able to make the first tackle, we're not going to stop this offense because it's going to be all run, and there's going to be defensive linemen, to make the play right there. But if they can't wrap up and drive the legs, then they're going to keep on running it down our throats. And it's going to be, going into the season, there's a lot of question marks about this defensive line and how it's going to be able to hold up against some of these bigger lines, such as like a Burroughs and a Burbank.
We just need a stop here.
But not a big gain right there, but I guess wasn't stopped at the line of scrimmage, but it's a 4-yard gain right there. It's going to be 2nd and 6. And the clock kind of does play a issue right now.
Yeah, it's 6:35.
Yeah, 6:35 remaining.
Here's the thing: we haven't seen any turnovers by both of the teams. This is a game where it's very disciplined, and once you have the ball, a lot of clock is going to drain, whether or not at least 2 minutes.
I mean, if they don't get a 3 and out, if the Apaches don't stop a 3 and out, this isn't looking too good for us. Now we see Duncan Smith go in motion. We haven't really heard his name in a while. It's been kind of all run.
Timeout.
And a timeout. Timeout Burbank. And I think that kind of helps the Apaches right there.
Lets them see that formation and set up appropriately.
Yeah, now it stops the clock at least. That's our main concern. We're kind of playing into the hands of the clock. Well, with about 6:06 left, 14 to 17. Pats is looking to make a comeback. It's a good game though.
Hey, but guess what? We're in for a tight one here.
Yeah.
This might go all the way down to the wires.
This will.
And again, this is a very fast game. It's only 9:08 right now. And usually a few games ago, it would have been about 9:30, 9:40. So although the game has gone by fast, we're going to be in for a long finish. So don't go anywhere.
I mean, especially if they're able to make a stop on, or at least get him to make a 3 and out. Alright, and now, I mean, they're going to go back to the run game. I mean, there's no way they're going to pass. And yeah,
it's handoff to...
What a surprise. They go to the run game, and it's going to be broken for a big gain. Oh, whoa. Roland's winner gets physical with him. And a lot of talking. I mean,
yeah, you can see he tried to, do what he did earlier.
Yeah,
and just pick him up and just throw him down, wrestler style.
Yeah, give him the suplex city. But I mean, one of the great parts about Roland Winner is playing with his motions and just kind of writing everything on the line. But one of the bad parts, though, is like those emotions sometimes run too high and ends up getting in trouble just after the play when it comes to penalties and everything. But all we have to do is just stop this run. We're able to stop. I mean, right now we have to stop Darnell Williams, especially.
Yeah, time is kind of running short.
Yeah,
there.
time's an issue. It's 5:40.
And yep, a big block.
And a nice play right there. See, and yeah, Artis Candler on the stop. But if we make the first tackle, we're gonna have a success.
Yeah, that's just been the main theme. As long as you can stop these big plays.
Yeah, I mean, it stops him
right
right here.
Tackle right here.
And
nice.
he's a small guy, so you really don't kind of have to
get low.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you have to get lower, but it's not going to take a lot of force to stop him. You're not going to really need to driving it. And he gets but it's in Chad's hands now, and meets Roski with a head up. But it's really surprised they haven't caused any fumbles or anything, because that was one of the key parts about this Apache's defense.
Yeah, they were very turnover proneable, and just right now, it's not doing real good.
But I mean, now with 450 left in the game, our chances are getting slimmer and slimmer. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we have to make sure to keep this a one-possession game. Just praying for just a misplay on them, either a bad snap or interception or a fumble. Just need some luck on our side.
And look and he keeps it this time.
That's another quarterback. But I mean, solid play right there. He only gets about 2 yards on it, and it's gonna be a 2nd and 8 from the 43-ish yard line.
Yeah, considering how offensively challenged our offense is right now, maybe we need to rely on a scoop and score.
We just
pick six, anything.
We just need the football gods on our side right now. But I mean, all we have to really do is just stop the run. But a lot easier said than done.
Their coach looks like he's 22 years old. Really? I swear to God, that was the youngest I tried to talk to.
And I would say run, but I mean, it doesn't go for much. Now, finally, we have like a 3rd and 5 right there.
Yeah,
Darnell Williams doesn't have much on the gain.
Still, we need to
we just
capitalize on this. This right here is the biggest
there we go.
play of the game.
So far, this will be the biggest play because we might have to force them to punt.
Yeah, and our fans are riling up right now.
And
he seems to be throwing here. Look for number 9,
yeah,
Duncan Smith.
I mean,
he hasn't gotten him involved. So
yeah. And already has his favorite, but he's on his own right now. He takes it for himself.
Oh man!
And it's a quarterback keeper, and Oh, Alex Kelleher loses his Williams on the hit, or Alex Kelleher loses his helmet on the hit, but damn, that was
Another
it.
first down, and the clock is chipping.
And we had to know something was up. I mean, I don't know if they've passed at all this fourth quarter.
3:08 left.
Can't really tell what the refs are talking about right now. But first and 10 from the Apaches 37. I mean, Apaches 37. Not looking good for them right now. I mean, if they can't get a stop then, or at least a fumble or something, nothing's really going our way.
See, they're just draining our clock right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, and someone's down for us. Another injury.
Oh my God. I mean, they got right back up, but pretty gingerly. Shaking it off is Jake. Number 12, Jake Metters is shaking off a wrist injury.
So it's a 2nd and 6.
Yeah,
2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. 2:25 left.
As we've been saying, though, they've just been chipping away 4 or 5 yards. It's been working in the second half.
But I mean, we just weren't able.
They have chipped it all the way from 6:50 to 2:16 and counting.
I mean, it was such a quick game. I feel like we were at this point when it was like 10 o'clock last time, but they're running it down our throats, and we just can't stop it. And I mean, a couple missed tackles right there. It's the same story. And now we have a third down, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to. I mean, if we're able to stop it and then make another stop on 4th down, looking like it's in our favor, but the clock's dripping away.
Yeah, and the staff doesn't seem to be using their timeouts, so.
And at least when we get the ball back, Arcadia will have some timeouts. They might want to use one of them, might want to use one of them right now. And it's a play action. He's looking to throw it to number 5, and it's is that a caught pass?
Yep,
oh,
it's caught.
And it said it was a caught pass. Well, it was almost a sack.
We had him right where we wanted to. That was a throw.
We had to make him throw. We had to make him scramble, but not looking good now. Another 1st and 10. I mean, they might just run it. We might even have a chance to take the ball back. They might just run this thing out. Now we just have to pray for them to make do something bad.
Get 3 stops here and use up all our timeouts.
Yeah, this is where you kind of. I mean, but
that's
another solid game.
That's not a good one.
I mean,
we have to use the
at least so far he's had about 20 carries. I mean, probably close to 20 carries so far, at least in this game. I don't know. Most of those have come in the second half.
You just need to stack up on maybe add another defensive lineman, do something.
Or at least bring our linebackers up or something.
Because it's a 2nd and 6.
There hasn't been any deep plays. There hasn't been any deep passes. That was one of the first passes we've had to see in probably the second half.
And here's the thing, we need a loss right here of yards. So maybe stop him for a no gain or to set up a 3rd and 6, maybe even a 3rd and 7, because we are in a very bad situation right here.
Yeah, I mean, now it's 2nd and 6, so it is possible for us to make a stop, but that just means, I mean, they might just end up go for it on 4th down, and if we run out of timeouts and they don't, or they haven't scored already, we're not going to get the ball back. If we're just being dead honest. Guys are tired, but that's what happens with trying to run attacks.
High snap.
And it's going to number 5, and thankfully he stopped at the line of scrimmage, and we're going to have to call another timeout. Do we have one more left, or is that our last one?
We have one more left.
Yeah, we have one more left. So, I mean, we have to pray to get another stop right now, call a quick timeout, or maybe it's an incomplete pass, but
I doubt they would actually throw it here,
yeah,
because they want to just make us use that timeout.
Yeah, exactly. And they would. I don't even know if they're going to get their field goal team on the field. They might just go for it
because I mean, it's still a 1 possession.
Yeah,
game,
exactly.
We're field goal,
and we're looking to score. We haven't really kicked much this year.
Right here, I would just make it so that, or predict that it's just going to be a field goal. I mean, not a field goal. I'm sorry, but a run play, as they want to run down the clock and make us use that timeout. So maybe stack up an extra lineman and
Yeah, I mean,
just
really
hope how it
just
goes.
kind of just have to put everybody right there. I mean, I don't know what else you could do to us to stop this run game. And it's a run. What a surprise.
And he's going to get it.
Oh, no, he's
I
stopped.
believe he's short.
No, he's short. I mean, the first down's at the 19-yard line, and he
I'm not sure why we're not taking a timeout here.
Yeah, I mean, are we letting the clock
clocking.
slip?
It's running.
Oh, we have to take. Oh, we need to take a timeout. I don't know what. I'm really not sure what the coaches are doing, but if we have to let this thing run out, we're not going to be able to have much time on offense. And if they get it right now, it's not.
Yeah, this is a poor
if
choice. They do have one
still-
more timeout left. I don't know why they're not
Yeah.
using it. They've burned 20 seconds.
Yeah, they're gonna wait this thing out, and I mean, this play decides the game. And now we see a Burbank timeout. So what we might see here is, depending on how many timeouts, I think that was Burbank's last one.
That was.
Yeah. So,
But
I mean,
see here, why not use the timeout?
why not use our timeout right away? That's just the play ended at about 105,
Yes.
and now there's 30 seconds remaining, folks.
Yeah, essentially, if
Half
you guys
a minute.
if you guys didn't catch that, we stopped them with 105 left. We have one timeout left, but the coach still decides to let it run down for some reason and burn 30 seconds of potential time. I'm not really sure what the rationale is.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously, like, I mean, if you either have to call that timeout right away, or just pray that you make a stop right now. Because think about it, if they don't make a stop right now, one timeout's not going to stop them. They're just going to run. If they make it right now, they're going to have a couple run plays and just knee it, and that's going to be ball game. And we're not even going to have a time to get it back.
Even if we do get a stop here, it's going to be a long shot with 30 seconds
Yeah.
left. And
it's Chad's things, and it's looking close, but first down.
Got it.
Game over.
That's it.
I mean,
that should be it.
That's the ball game, folks. I mean, it was a solid effort, but we weren't able to stop the run, and that ended up hurting us in the end. That's pretty much it. We hear the Burbank coaches celebrating inside next to us. And it's kind of awkward right there. Usually you don't see a QB kneel in the shotgun formation. But that's it. That's ball game. And I mean, I enjoyed calling this tonight, but it's not the result I wanted. These guys played much harder than the score actually showed, but we saw we saw some of the curses from the beginning of the season.
Yeah, Burbank just out and out the best, I guess, offensive line that we've seen, and that allowed the running backs to just pound us time in and time out. We rarely saw them throw, but with an offensive line like that, you don't really need to do much.
I mean, it's sad to see that we're on the losing side of this because of how hard all those guys played. And just to let you know, folks, like, that was a really quick game. Our last homecoming game ended around like 10:15, but I mean, it was it seems like Burbank just kind of ran away with. I mean, they didn't even run away with it. They just kind of sneaked it by us.
Yeah, they just basically ran the entire game, and that's kind of why the clock drained so fast.
I mean, already we were missing Danny Rodriguez, solid middle linebacker, and then Jimmy got hurt. So that's already two big components right there missing from this lights-out defense. And they were able to stop the run at some points last week, but this week just wasn't there. After a disappointing game, see the Apaches come out with an L.
Yeah, their first loss of the
league.
Yeah, and it's just real disappointing because we had high hopes. They were leading in the first half, and we thought maybe we would use that third and fourth quarter to propel us to score more points. But in the end, it turns out that we were very stale and similar to the first half in terms of offensive energy.
I mean, the only way that we're gonna be able to win league is just pray that both of these teams, I guess, lose their next couple games, because I don't think Burbank and CV haven't met each other yet, but we just have to settle the Pasadena game, the Hoover game, kind of. I mean, we pretty much the season started off with us playing our toughest opponents, and it's just sad hearing the alma mater in the background, but we just weren't able to do it this week.
Yeah,
and you kind of have to look at coaching.
And it essentially turns the CV game into a must-win game if we want to win.
Yeah, exactly.
And CV at CV, it's going to be a very, very difficult task.
I mean, that we really have to start even worrying about. We even have to worry about I'm not.
Yeah, just worry about even games like at Pasadena. That's sort of a rivalry game.
Yeah,
that's just gonna be difficult too.
Exactly. All right, but it almost feels like that was kind of in the coaches right there. I mean, just the offense had no flow, and it's not even like Max maybe missed a couple throws, but this wasn't there.
Just the play calling was very predictable.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the same formations being used over and over, and just was not there tonight. But next week could be a different story.
Yeah, and we want to thank you for tuning in for another Apache News live stream.
Yeah, I had a good time at least.
Yeah, same here.
All right.
We'll see you in the next one.
All right, for sure.